Mao. You have cat, so Mao.
So mouth.
Mao.
Meow, meow, meow.
I'm gonna give him a big hug and see if that makes him leave.
Does not look like it
Did it
affected
not
him
work?
at all.
No. Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
Are you thinking about
It
it?
did work.
It worked. He left.
It did
Nice.
It worked. He Now, very quickly before stream, one camera angle of Edith and then stream. Hold on.
We're being blessed with cat videos
Amazing.
from
This is the little cat-like zone I made in front of the window
That's great.
for cat. They really like this. This is actually my trunk from college, but I put some blankets on it for them, and they fucking love it.
That's great.
It's like coated in cat hair because I sleep on it so much. Like
Nothing
literally
wrong with
like 3 inches thick of cat fur on top of that thing. There she is.
Alright.
And now I'm ready to play. Now that I've shown everyone my cats for the 50th time.
Good. This is obligatory. Understand.
Yeah.
Would anyone like to give a recap of what happened last session?
Lux got really tilted at Kermit the Jewelsmith Goblin.
You had to bring that up.
I mean, yes, this is in fact something that happened. Correct.
This is true.
We did go on a
do-
massive shopping spree.
We also talked to Charizard, and like 99% of the party got extremely tilted at Charizard as well.
As is
'Cause I
natural.
True.
The collective consensus was like, bro, if you know the future, why not just fucking tell us? And his response seemed to literally be skill issue. So,
Pretty much.
he was basically like, if I tell you, that changes the future. And it's like, okay, but haven't we already changed the future via defenestration? And he's like, well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm still not
That's
telling
the
you.
problem.
Yeah, exactly. So that was something we did. He also gave Bedlam the amazing solution of when Bedlam was like, man, I came out here to try and figure out what was going on at Astrolith, but I still haven't figured that out at all. And he gave the amazing advice of sometimes if you try to look where a question came from, you might find the answer there, dipshit. And Bedlam was like, shit, you right. I started this whole ass quest and became embroiled in political espionage for no fucking reason.
Okay, can I just do an audio check real quick? I don't. Okay, it's showing up green. All right.
Yeah, you're
I was like, wait a minute. Discord is saying I'm not talking. Help.
Must be a sensitivity thing.
It might
Yeah, it
be,
must be.
Yeah, we did do shopping, we did talk with Charizard. We decided we were going to go to the cave. And as far as I remember, that's really all we did.
Yeah, that was basically it.
Because shopping took most of the time,
It really did.
and then roasting Charizard took the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I know we did. We also did Ager's speed training, which included the gauntlet,
That's true.
painful dice rolls.
He did so much. That also took a good chunk of time. Was the painful dice rolls correct?
Yes. Hi, Blue.
This is
It's
what we
right
did.
passage.
This is indeed what we did.
Bedlam and Miles, you guys can both give yourselves an inspiration. I don't care.
Yeah! Teamwork!
Teamwork makes the dream work.
did it together!
Anywho, so I think as we covered last time, the your caverns, my good gnome, are like
It's like a 3-day travel through the desert.
yeah, it's like I think I said it's like a day and a half ish or something like that west through the desert. But it's like here-ish, somewhere around here.
It's either way, it's in the middle of the fucking desert. And
Yeah.
we will get there somehow.
It's gonna take a hot
We
minute.
must journey. Travel
Um,
through the sands.
Yes. So let me go pull up First of all, let me change the music now that we're.
I believe we were like literally all set to go, and we decided that we were going to do the traveling next session.
We did.
Since it was
That
late
was
and we were
indeed the plan, I believe.
tired. Yes. You have no idea how excited I am to get to like the Bedlam backstory chapter. I'm like so fucking hype. You have no idea.
There we go.
We love Bedlam's Canto.
And I would like a small bit of wind. I didn't mean to turn off the wind, I just said a small bit. There we go. Cool. Alright. Blank maps. Desert. Excuse me.
No excuse for you.
Milo. Nice meme, Matt.
Wait.
It's in the ROF general.
What?
It's a good meme.
That's pretty good. Where? Okay, main party. We're gonna go ahead and put Aegir
now
down.
We have to do. Yeah, so now we have to do the random dice rolls that will ensure that like 3 giant scorpions nuke us in our sleep, right?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Let me just. Okay, there we go.
Oh wait, that was you drawing.
I don't know.
Time to journey home.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull Aegir along, even though Muvez is not here this session.
He's with us in spirit.
He is with us. In spirit.
Exactly.
Indeed.
But yeah, we let's go ahead and get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Okay.
I
The Skiren
remember
Warlock
that in
always makes me
Bedlam's
concerned.
lore. Sometimes I remember that it took him canonically a week to get from his caves to Spiretop because when he left the caves, he just wandered in the desert for a week.
For 40 days and 40 nights. I mean a week.
It was just like, yeah, I'll eventually see someone or a town.
I mean,
right?
he eventually
I imagine
did.
him just going in circles.
Yeah, no,
probably
that's
for
exactly
the
what
first day or
happened.
two, yeah, like 100%, yeah. Listen, Bedlam, special.
No, like what I expect is like there's like a rock here, and his path was just circle.
Probably.
Even though underground, he's the least directionally challenged of all of us.
Underground,
The sun got in his eyes.
Underground, the gnome senses kick in, and he's like, I know exactly what I'm doing. I can taste the direction on the wind. Above ground, he's like, the fuck is a wolf? What am I doing? Where am I going?
He was an inside druid.
Exactly.
You know what? We're gonna do this.
Probably shouldn't let him outside of the cave.
Okay.
Bad for the ecosystem.
Bad things have happened in general to him since he has left cave.
This
In
is
his
very
brain-
true.
His
We need to
his
get one of those
brain.
like.
Yeah.
We need to get one of those little like those little bracelet things that they have to keep toddlers from running away from their parents, but not have them on the little backpack
Oh my
leash
god.
thing.
Just get him a backpack leash.
No, totally just get him a toddler leash. In the back of my mind, I feel like Bedlam's brain has like categorized his life as inside caves. Nice, a good time, nice family. Sometimes a little scary, but family pulls through it. Outside caves, trauma, weird political bullshit I don't understand. A couple nice friends, trauma, war crimes. He's gonna go
in
back
all-
to the cave and be like, I'm safe. No more war crimes or weird political bullshit. I'm safe. Back to the terrors that I know and am comfortable with.
Oops.
There may be a giant blind beast in the cave trying to eat me, but I know that one, and it's predictable, unlike people and politics.
Man, I felt that.
Bedlam just encompasses my current thoughts on politics. I'd rather the giant sightless beast.
I'd rather the giant worm that can eat me whole.
At least I know it's eating me for fuel and not to, like, hate crime me.
Exactly.
You know?
What is this?
There's drawing, there's art going on. Ah, I see someone change their name to I want to go home too. Good. Twinsies.
Alright, so actually the trip is more or less quiet for the most part.
Oh damn, that's nice.
At
and
least for the first day.
unexpected.
At the very tail end of the evening, as you guys are starting to look for a spot to set up camp or whatever,
Nice.
Bedlam, you do
well,
look up and you notice a singular vulture flying high in the sky above you.
Oh,
But it doesn't seem to be doing much.
yes, but that's an omen. And Bedlam
that
does
is
not like
true.
that.
Vultures are
That's
omens.
That's an omen.
How does he perceive this?
Well, first
Wh-
of all,
how does he
I'm Googling-
prophesize?
First of all, I'm googling what the meaning of vultures as symbols is.
They're
Death,
usually
rebirth, purification, patience, protection, and new beginnings. A sign to let go of things that no longer serve you and embrace change. They are considered a positive omen of new beginnings or death. You know,
Or death.
either one of those things.
that's a pretty wide range.
That is a coin flip.
No, it's like, you know, new beginnings or death.
Yeah, exactly.
Either one.
One or the other.
Currently, Bedlam is still in the trauma mindset, so he's gonna see that and go, "Oh no, oh no, that's a bad sign. I'm increasingly worried for my family." So you guys probably just see Bedlam stop and just stare at the vulture, and as the vulture is circling, he's just watching it for like a good couple minutes.
Ariella is
Bedlam.
going.
Would you like me to shoot it out of the sky?
Everyone's like, "Oh no, the gnome is broken."
Oh no, the gnome is broken. How do we fix him?
How do we
Miles,
fix it?
shoot it out of the sky.
Miles just pulls out a fucking pistol. I'll fix this. Bedlam looks at you and he shakes his head no and he goes, "That would probably not be a good idea. We can leave it.
Right.
I'm okay. I think."
Right. If you need to talk about anything, simply let us know.
Thank you. I think getting home will ease some of my worries. That is all. And Bedlam will help set up whatever camp we're doing, you know, maybe start a little fire or something.
Yep.
Get settled in.
Who would like to? Oh wait, no. Ager can actually
Yes.
keep watch for like most of the night because
I
he has
can-
sentry's rest, but also
I can also
Right.
keep watch for all of the night because I don't need to sleep.
that too. Yeah.
I still have that feat, or not feat.
If you would like to roll me a perception
Invitation.
check, then go for it, good sir.
Sure. Perception.
I'm just gonna kind of roll a generic perception
That's
check.
a
for
9.
Ager. That's a 3. Okay.
We did not perceive.
We did not perceive. I will
Actually,
just note
am
that
I allowed to use a chronal shift on this?
I'll let you. You're
'Cause
taking
I
a
can
long
only-
rest.
I only, yeah, I only need to transfer 4 hours, so at some point during the night, she's gonna see
Them
Miles and
spacing
Avery
the
are both
fuck
kind
out.
of spacing out.
Yeah,
So
okay, Miles, go ahead and re-roll then. Yeah.
That's a nat 1.
holy shit.
You have created a bad future.
Miles, holy fuck. The omen was right. The omen was right.
So, as you guys are camping in
much
the
for
night,
helping.
Yes.
I am too invested in my book.
you are too invested in your book, and you
Too
don't
busy talking to
you
mommy.
don't really notice the
The giant desert worm.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Axe beaks.
Those
Miles, you
they-
son of a bitch.
those
Bird.
look like chocobos.
Bird.
A
you're
little
not
bit, yeah.
too terribly off.
Are they attacking?
So you guys don't notice these axe beaks until like they're right up on your camp.
Okay.
They don't look necessarily hostile. They look
Okay.
apprehensive.
Okay.
Miles, what do you want to do? Because Ager can't do much if he wants to keep his sentry's rest. He can keep watch, but like he can't really do much.
Mm-hmm. kind of want. I would like to cast Minor Illusion and make a loud banging sound to try and spook them off.
All I can think of is that meme of, I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all ain't getting no sleep because of me. That's Miles.
Oh my god.
Pretty much.
Roll intimidation.
Intimidation. That is a 25.
Oh,
Holy shit, those birds hit themselves.
hey, Maddie, Bedlam, and Lux, I need you guys to roll perception.
Oh gosh.
Do you just wake the rest of us up?
So yeah,
Okay.
these 3 birds spook and just run off into the night.
Let me roll
I
perception.
have successfully perceived. I rolled a natural 18, so that's a 23.
You wake Lux up, you wake Arielle up,
Yay!
I got a 15.
you wake Madeline up,
I got a 13.
and you wake Bedlam up.
Oh yeah!
Bedlam, especially after seeing The Omen, TM, like, shoots straight the fuck up.
In a cold
look-
sweat, pretty
The look of someone who, like, woke up from a PTSD dream in his eyes.
Arielle is kind of the same. Like, she hears loud bang, and, like, she's throwing out a firebolt as she wakes up. It kind of, like, splashes harmlessly against the dudes, but, like...
you doing that, Bedlam, meanwhile, is, like, diving for his spear.
Guys, chill.
Madeline,
It's okay.
a little less phased. She's going to give like the most "I'm gonna kill you" look to Miles.
Miles is just gonna
How
look at Madeline and
dare.
go like, I already owe you enough of a debt. Please do not add to it. I just scared off some wildlife.
You could have chosen a more quiet method. Oh my gosh.
Bedlam just quietly
It
puts
was
the
either
spear back
that
down.
or Eldritch Blast.
That would have been much quieter.
That could have aggroed them, and then we would have been an actual fight.
Bedlam just sits down while y'all are arguing and curls back up to go to sleep. He's like, I'm getting some sleep, fuck that.
Yeah, you guys can go back to sleep.
I could have cast Hunger of Hadar, and then all of you would subconsciously hear slurpy slurps.
Oh my god, Miles.
Yeah, that's a
Sounds
thing to
even
hear
worse.
after seeing Bad Omen.
Oh, please. That sounds even worse. Please
Miles
never do
is
that.
the bad omen at this point, I am convinced.
I am convinced. Luckily, nothing
The
else
loud
happens
noise
for the
was
rest of
the
night.
worst of my. It was the best of my options.
Alright. I will
Alright.
just note that whenever Bedlam isn't sleeping, he's taking a nice long look at the stars because he knows he's going back underground.
Yes.
He's just kind of taking it in.
Roll me a
Then
perception
myself.
check, Bedlam.
Oh,
Okay, that makes me a little worried, but okay. I'm hoping it's just for funsies, like, oh look, a fun constellation.
You see a meteor.
You see a fun meteor. I got a dirty 20.
Yeah. So, you're looking up at the stars. You're able to kind of you recall some of these constellations that you see. Things like, I don't know, the Big Dipper or what are
The
some other
classic.
the classic. What are some other constellations? Fudge. Isn't the
The
Water
Little Dipper.
Bearer a constellation?
yeah,
I
that's the
believe-
Aquarius constellation.
Why bang?
Because I cast
There's
Minor
of
Illusion.
course all
Fair.
of the fucking star signs. Those are ones.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's like a whole.
Okay, but like you recognize some of these constellations. They all look normal.
Yes,
Don't
yes.
worry.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
I will keep. This is a tool that will help us later.
What do you mean?
This is a tool that will help us later.
What do you mean?
It's exactly what he means. It's the tool that'll help us later.
I don't like that though.
Anywho,
Right. fine.
nothing else happens for the rest of the night.
Okay.
So you guys continue on in the morning.
Yes.
All right. Boom. Bedlam, roll for me a survival or history check
Name more
um,
than one.
to figure out.
To remember where my cave.
Yeah, to remember where your cave entrance is.
Yes, indeed, this is understandable. Let me check which one's better. History or survival's a lot better because druid.
That
I will roll survival.
probably is true.
17. If I'm doing my math correct.
I'm not.
I am. 17.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, oh, okay?
Nothing. Yeah, you
Mm,
remember how to get back there. You remember sort of the direction that you came from.
Yay.
Mostly.
Good. You know,
No,
yeah, here or there. It shouldn't be that hard to find a cave, right?
No, well,
It's not
yeah,
like they're
it's
underground or anything.
well, the entrance to your cave is actually like in a large rock mound thing sticking up from the ground.
Okay.
So it actually it's
Okay.
pretty easy to pick it out from its surroundings.
Nice. The cave
My
helpfully
home
marked
is
Bedlam lives
gone.
here.
During your travel though, I'm gonna move Ager back here.
yeah, my nickname is Little Silly.
I need to grab.
I'm illegal in my home.
Okay. We switch back here. So as you guys are walking along, you cross over a dune, and there are some dust mephits,
Oh.
that are kind of vibing in the desert, and
Little guys.
little guys,
Little guys.
and they start moving towards you when they see you because these guys are hostile.
Well, it's killing time, I guess.
I guess so.
We're not getting all the way there without a single combat. All right.
Time for murder, I guess. All
Yes.
right, murder time.
Here I go killing again. Anyway.
Here I go killing again.
So are you calling for initiative?
I will be in one moment. Method B, method C, method D, method E, method.
Now I have to remember how to do D&D combat. It feels like it's been too long. I have to actually look at my fucking shit that I can do here.
I'm not gonna roll Agrir into initiative just because we're gonna have
Yeah,
him
he ain't here.
protecting, focusing on protecting, and also he's not here. So
Yeah.
luckily these things are not terribly difficult. You guys are like level 6 or something.
Yeah, this is not. I'm not at all worried about this. Unless they form to make the dust method Voltron, I think
The
we're fine.
dust method Voltrons.
I would love that.
Honestly, I was
That
not
would be
expecting
hilarious.
They just fucking form Voltron. They just start connecting.
that. And I'll forge the head.
It's like that one Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy where the nuns just all formed like one giant nun together. It's like that.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, let me look at fucking what I can actually do in battle because I forget.
I know what my first turn's gonna be.
I'll go just fast.
Nope. I'm gonna have fun with this.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm going
Oh,
back to
right, and
my
then
roots.
initiatives, which they each have that. Okay, I'm going to. Let's go with 3 at a time, because that's easy. Oh, okay.
So I take it you are very excited about doing a fun thing?
Yes. I'm very excited about doing a fun thing.
Okay. I will back off on the firepower gun.
Alright,
Oh, I mean, you can do what you want.
Arielle, what
I
did you
mean, I
roll?
was 29.
Oh my gosh!
We're not surprised.
Miles.
15.
Oh wait.
Madeline.
16.
Hey, Bedlam.
Hold on, I'm rolling. Hold on. Math. 11.
Well, this is a very shuffled initiative roll. Initiative.
Yes, it.
Ariole, you move first if you would like to do something.
Okay. She's going to look at the group just briefly for a moment. How much do you think we should expend on this fight? I'm debating whether or not to open absolutely full firepower or not.
Bedlam shrugs, and he's
If
like,
we can take an hour break before moving on, I don't mind spending as much as I got.
Alright. Then I will... Alright then. And then she's gonna... Hold on. Where's my measurement tool? Okay, cool, they're within range. She's gonna cast Magnify Gravity, and they're all within the 10-foot radius. So centered on this method here.
Okay. Is that a con save? I forget.
Yeah, it's con save.
Okay.
I need my d8s.
And what's your DC?
It is 15.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Alright, roll damage.
If they all fail, they rolled really low. I rolled 5.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I saved on a lot of them, so
Damn.
Oh well. So 5 points of force damage halved.
he's
Ooh.
okay. We're gonna choose the front method. We're gonna actually hold on. A. We're gonna call you B. We're gonna call you C. So that I don't get confused later. Okay. This guy, what's their movement speed again? Oh, okay.
If any failed, it's halved.
Oh,
I know you said most of them succeeded, but
oh, this guy actually failed. This dude right here. So, do I have a? Ah, okay, cool. He's gonna dash right here.
Cute.
And then it will be Madeline's turn.
Is Madeline bonking?
Madeline's going to run past this one.
He is gonna have an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. It's 35 feet. Maybe I don't. Actually, yeah, Madeline will dash
Okay.
past it.
He misses his opportunity attack because I'm gonna assume a 9 doesn't hit.
No. Okay, so Madeline's gonna dash to this one,
Okay.
and because I have the charger feat, I can make a bonus action attack.
Yes, you can.
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, 23 hits.
Alright. Which one's the
Oh,
D10?
joke! I just saw that. Honestly,
That'll do 15 damage.
15 damage
Yes.
to Bay. He does an explosion.
An explosion.
He explodes in a burst of dust. I need you to make a con save.
Oh,
Okay.
lovely. I forgot about that part.
So 17 plus 4 is 21.
You're fine. Miles.
That was plus.
I'm gonna. You done, Madeline?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Summon Shadow Spawn.
Oh no.
What?
What?
I'm choosing Fury form.
Okay, hold on. Do I have a good token for this? You know what? I just might. Hold on.
Skeleton.
Oh, wait. There's a little guy right in front of me. What?
There's a little guy right in front of you.
He
I
didn't
could
do anything
I
to me
could
yet,
go
did he?
grab that
No.
skeleton. Okay, Bob, hold on. I will let you
The
choose.
skeleton.
I will let you choose
let me
between
choose?
this.
Ew.
I will let you choose this, or I will let you choose this.
I have an idea.
Oh, that one's cool, actually. But
I have a very good idea.
Yes.
Okay, so
What's up?
Skeleton, Mr. Skeleton Man,
Okay.
can be Fury form.
Okay.
This guy can be Fear.
Okay.
Okay.
And Miles 1.0 can be Despair. There are 3 forms.
Oh, I
So
love this.
I could have up to 3 tokens.
I love this. No, we're running with this. I agree. Okay. So you're casting it in Fury form, so I'm gonna get rid of these two.
Yes.
And go ahead and drag him wherever you want him. Boop. Right over there. Sweet.
Right over there.
And he takes his turn after you, right? Or does he roll his own initiative?
He shares an initiative and takes it right after me.
Okay, cool. So
And I'm going to order him to attack E.
nice. What he do?
Because he is going to Chilling Rend.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's my spell attack modifier, so it's a +7.
Oh, fun.
Does a 24 hit?
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay.
All right, let's see what this sucker does.
All right. D12, I think it is.
Ow, pain.
It's okay. I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1.
1 + 3 + 3, so 7 cold damage.
That's still quite a bit for just a 1.
It is still
Especially
quite
for
a bit.
these little assholes, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that doesn't take him down, but that's
That
okay.
is okay.
Uh,
And that is my multi-attack of 1.
because you can multicast, you can upcast it and it gets better multi-attack. But
Yeah.
all right, C and D get to pick a target. 1 or 2 it's Maddie. 3 or 4 it's the Summon Shadow Spawn. That's Maddie. You're Maddie.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
That is also Maddie. Surprise, surprise.
Uh-oh.
Holy crap! I hit.
Oh.
What did you
Nice.
roll?
I nat 20'd.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man.
So Maddie, you take a shocking
Uh-oh.
74 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Oh my god, how will we live? Madeline, don't worry, I'm coming right over with healing.
That puts me at 69.
You're-
Nice.
oh,
Nice.
shit. Holy
I'm
shit.
gonna do something cool here.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna Hellish Rebuke.
Nice. Hellish
Okay.
Rebuke, good.
Hellish
Yeah.
Rebuke. I need to make a dex save, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's a nat 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. If the Hellish Rebuke kills them, that would be so funny, because it's like they attacked you and then burst into flames on
Ah,
impact.
yes. I love Thorns damage.
Basically what
do.
this is.
11
11,
fire damage.
11 fire damage.
Yeah.
I have good news, Maddie.
They burst into flames and die.
Well, dust mephits are vulnerable to fire damage.
Oh fuck yeah!
So yeah, he explodes. And
I
Do I need another con save?
yes, but I think
Ooh,
he'll be
I need a
fine.
con save.
You are not within 10 feet of this guy.
Okay.
5 feet, actually. It's anyone in melee range.
18.
Technically, the other mephit also needs to roll.
Eh.
Oh my gosh, I nat one to save. The other mephit is blinded.
oh my god!
Oh
That's
my God.
Blinded
funny.
his friend upon
This is
dying.
incredible.
That's incredibly funny. Bedlam.
Hi.
I.
I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a little while. I'm gonna bite the guy in front of me.
Go for it.
Chomp,
Yes.
chomp.
Bedlam
Chomp,
nibbles.
chomp. I must return to my roots and bite things. Make a melee spell attack. Okay.
White dust.
Chomp, chomp. Okay.
He's getting his
Check.
chompers out.
Chomp. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. I need to do math.
Excuse me.
23?
Yeah, that hits.
Chomp. Okay.
Chomper.
And now that I'm at level 5, it is 2d10.
Yes.
Yes. A d10. That's a d10. Yes, I know what dice are. And then if I check Moonsicle,
Oh yeah,
you
Moonsicle.
gain spell. Oh, well, that was actually technically a 24.
Yeah.
Now that I'm remembering. And then this is 11 damage. Acid.
11 damage.
11. Big chomp go burr.
That's- He's not quite done yet.
That's fine.
Oh.
I'm just happy to return to my roots.
Yes, exactly. E and F. Where is F going to go?
Also meddling.
Actually,
Oh wait, isn't
no, he's gonna
isn't
go...
Shillelagh a bonus action? Because if that's the case, I will also do that.
Yes, it is, and yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I also do that.
Papo, what is the AC of your Shadow Spawn?
Let me double check.
A good question.
Shadow spawn, shadow spawn. 11 plus level of the spell, so it's 14.
Nice. I only hit one attack.
Okay.
That is 4 points of damage.
Oh no. Whatever shall I do?
Question: does your Shadow Spawn resist anything, or is it just kind of existing?
It resists necrotic.
Okay, this is not.
And I
necrotic.
don't think these guys do necrotic.
That would be slightly concerning, but no.
That would actually be very
Very
concerning,
concerning.
personally. The thing that we've encountered that does necrotic is anything less than very concerning.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Ariale, back to you.
Okay. Looks like we have that under control, so, Bedlam, close your eyes. It might
Huh?
explode, and she's going to cast Firebolt at A.
I would
Okay.
also like to argue that Bedlam does, in fact, close his eyes.
Okay, sure. Roll the hit.
He listens.
Okay, that is... Wait, have I not updated this stuff? It's... Yeah. That plus proficiency, so... No, that's correct, okay. 24 to hit?
That hits. I love hearing you do the math on your dice in your in Ariele's accent. That's just funny to me. Like, it's just a funny mental image.
Okay, so that's 13 points of fire damage.
Yeah, so he explodes because he had 2 HP and they are in fact vulnerable to fire. Bedlam, I'll say you used your reaction to close your eyes when she warned you. So I will give you advantage on this Constitution save.
Yay. I will take it. Okay.
Because technically dust can still get in your eyes even if you close them.
Yeah,
Well, the first one was a 2, and the second one was a 19, so...
Well, good news, you had warning.
Yay!
You are okay.
Yay.
Madeline,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Madeline's gonna attack D.
You have advantage.
Yeah.
Cause he blind. The death of his friend has made his eyes go numb.
18.
18 hits.
And then
I'm pretty sure you're gonna slaughter this thing, but
11 damage.
oh no, actually, he's still alive.
Okay, then I will hit it again.
Oh, okay, well that changes things. You still have advantage.
Okay. I crit it.
Oh. Goodbye.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Plus. 19 damage.
Nice. He also explodes. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Plus 3. 22.
You are A-okay. Would you like to do anything else?
I have a bonus action. I don't think I can do anything with it. No, I'm good.
Alright. Miles.
I'm gonna waddle my ass over here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to send one beam of Eldritch Blast to both F and E.
Uh-huh.
The one going to F rolls a 15
That will hit.
for 9 damage.
Okay.
The one going to E rolls a dirty 20
That will also hit.
for 2 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to order Mr. Skellington to punch F in the face.
Okay. Roll to hit with Mr. Skellington.
Mr. Skellington rolls a 12.
That will hit, actually.
Heck yeah! And then I need my d12. 11.
Yeah, he perishes and explodes. I need Mr. Skellington to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, what is his constitution?
I need E to also roll. Save. He passes.
Constitution is a +2.
Wait, question. Is he immune to being blinded?
No.
Okay, then. Yeah, roll. I should probably pull up the spell itself so I can see the stat block, but... you
He
know.
rolled a 5.
Unfortunately, he is blinded.
Oh no!
Not permanently, but like... For a minute.
Unfortunate.
You did... which variant? You did...
I did,
Fury?
Fury.
Ah, okay.
I was going to do Despair, and then Madeline charged in. And I'm like, well, okay.
I can.
I don't
can
want to
take it.
nerf Madeline.
I can take it.
I feel like that wouldn't actually hurt her so bad in this particular situation. But
No, it
understandable.
wouldn't have, but I didn't want to be mean.
Okay. I was just looking at the stat block.
Understandable.
Whose turn is it? Bedlam!
Hello. Let me calculate some thoughts here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Might need some distance.
Do you have any ranged attacks to speak of at all?
Yes, I do. I'm picking some. I have them. I have to decide which one I'm willing to use.
Oh, right.
The audacity.
I do know of one. That is true, but it might be overkill.
The audacity. Well, I have a few, and to be fair, I was considering the overkill. I was considering the absolute overkill one just for the funnies.
Fair, showing off is like showing off is an option. You do you
Okay,
think.
well then let me look up the spell.
I did summon Shadow Spawn for
me
dust
see.
methods.
Good news, you have that for the next hour.
I do.
So if you get
Oh,
another
that's-
encounter,
What's the range? Oh, the range is definitely. You know what?
you're gonna
Yes.
cast it.
Just for the fucking hoo-hoos, Bedlam wants this shit to be over. He's going home. Let me just check real quick here. Let me see the distance. Come here.
Pretty sure it's
Measure.
150 feet if it's the spell I'm
It's
thinking
120, but
of. Oh,
it's.
120.
I don't know if we're thinking of the same one, but it's a level spell. I am going to do Call Lightning because fuck this particular.
Oh, I was thinking of a different one. Yeah, that's overkill.
This is Call Lightning.
God.
This is fuck this particular dust method in particular.
Isn't that concentration up to a minute or something?
Up to 10.
Oh, up to 10 minutes. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking annihilated.
You just
Like,
call
alright,
in a storm cloud and you say, yes, that method right there. Get him,
that one
officer.
right there, get it. Bedlam's like, I want to go home. A storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius, centered on a point I can see. Yes, I cast the spell, choose a point. It's the dust method, affect that particular one. It flashes down from the cloud. Each creature within 5 feet must make a dex save throw.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so he has to make a dex save throw, then I'll reveal how much this does to this particular fucking...
Oh,
And my spell save DC isn't low.
yeah, what's your save DC?
It's 17.
Oh, I failed, actually. I rolled high, too.
So he gets 3d. Oh, damn it.
Gosh.
This is fucking great. Okay, let me roll this. This is great. This is just funny. He takes lightning damage.
Uh-huh.
And then, yes, I could concentrate, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna need to. Oh shit, he takes 19 damage.
Yeah, so he explodes, into a cloud of dust.
So yeah,
Um,
y'all just see a fucking you just see Bedlam point, a storm cloud appears, and then Zeus-like lightning just obliterates all her.
That's freaking funny.
Just had to test it, made sure it worked, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Had to test it. I just had to make sure it works. It works.
Alright.
I also partially had to do it because it doesn't work indoors.
Yeah, it does.
So I will not be able to use this in the cave. So I was like, I'm fucking using this before I end up in the cave.
Hey, Selkie, hello. Okay,
Alright.
do we encounter another encounter before Bappo's Shadow Spawn expires? No. Darn.
Darn.
I am. Apologies, my good sir.
It's okay.
Goodbye.
I have
We
another
just have a
one.
shadow spawn.
I have
walking beside us
another,
for
he
an hour.
says.
Oh my gosh.
I have 2 spell slots and I will make use of them.
Fair enough. The classic warlock cry.
Apparently, we are gonna get one more encounter before we get there.
Ah, another excuse to fucking Zeus a motherfucker to death.
Another excuse to summon Shadow Spawn.
Oh,
Honestly, very tempted.
I
to use
rolled the
new
cat.
thing that I got.
A
Oh, you rolled the
cat?
cat?
I rolled the cat
What cat?
Cat.
The cat.
on my
The
cat
cat?
dice.
Not the cat. Right? Oh.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh,
what
that
is
means a
oh
nat
no?
20?
Oh no.
That means a nat 20, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that
I'm
does
afraid
mean.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, so
technically,
what's
it's on a
happening?
D12, so it's a 12. But
Okay, well, but what's
I'm
happening?
still afraid of what that means.
Yeah,
I gotta look for the token. Where is it? There
I'm
it
ready for
is.
this.
maybe this is a good excuse to Zeus a
Whoa.
motherfucker.
There
It
we go.
is!
So, as you guys are kind of wandering along, there's a big old scorpion that shows up in the desert. I'm gonna kind of move you guys down here to kind of give you a little more room. But, we're just gonna say you guys go first and he goes second. For simplicity's sake.
Okay.
So whoever... Actually, Ariali would likely go first because of her insane initiative mod.
That's true.
So
I am
Ariali,
very-
go ahead and... What would you like to do?
All right. Um. All right. I actually want to try something. I need it to make a Constitution saving throw.
What the heck is the constitution of a giant scorpion? Okay. Con save. What's your save DC?
15.
It passes.
Dang it.
Darn.
All right. That's my turn then.
What did you do? I'm curious.
I was trying to use momentary stasis.
Oh, okay.
I will just say.
But I can't apparently show off my new abilities, so meh.
No. I am
well.
very tempted to lightning this as well.
Just be like, screw that one scorpion in particular.
Screw this one scorpion. Fuck you.
Look at you.
You know what? Yeah. I'll get those slots back. It's fine. It's not like we're gonna have any big combat in the cave. That's not gonna happen.
For sure.
Yeah, no. I'm not. Well, also I can't use the lightning in there, so I might as well just get my worth out of it while I'm out here.
Exactly.
So yeah, I point above Scorpion, big cloud form, lightning go burr, dex save.
Alright, dex save. Scorpion.
It is a 17 for Scorpion to not get fucked.
I rolled a 7.
He gets fucked.
3d10 lightning.
Oh shit, that's 28 damage?
Oh my gosh!
Holy... I rolled 2 9s and a 10!
Beautiful.
Fuck
Beautiful.
this one Scorpion in particular. Die.
Maddie, Miles, what do you guys want to do?
Are we overkilling this thing?
I
Yeah,
guess
sure,
so.
why not? I
Right.
just lightninged it, why not?
I tried to help with the overkill, but I did not.
Hey, Mylon, pull out my new token.
Ooh!
Oh.
Yes.
New token?
Where is it? Did I not put it into Owlbear? Hold on.
My lord.
Listen! I'm not
Wow.
smart. Hold on. It's
Wow.
da-da-da-da-da. Why, man?
You know why.
There it is. Got it. I got it. Wait, did you ever make a token or no?
I did not know.
Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go make a temporary token really quick,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna just port over your border from Madeline's token, and it'll be great. Shebang. I think that's about the same color. There we go. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on.
We are holding on.
Things are happening.
Holding on.
There we go. Okay. Alright, Maddie.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna just kind of put this down here really quick so I can just flip over to here. And then go over here. Alright, so you guys in front of you, Maddie transforms.
Oh.
Into a thing?
Mhm.
Into a thing.
Into a that. Let me make the token big for a second. For detail's
Hello.
sake. She transforms into a that.
If I had a nickel for every transforming party member we had, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
If I had a nickel for every time someone had a transforming skill that was related to the night sky in some form or fashion, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice.
Exactly.
Stars and the moon.
Exactly. So, Maddie, you have shifted into your Moonlight Dread form.
Yeah.
What would you
Now
like to
Madeline's gonna run up and attack.
do? Nice.
Alright, does a 21 hit?
Yes. I don't even
Alright.
need to go check.
That one will do 8 damage.
Okay.
And then I need it to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, what the heck is a wisdom of a Scorpio?
Probably not very high.
I mean, we are talking about... Oh, no, it's not very high. That's a 5.
Alright, it is now frightened by Madeline.
I mean, I am too, but awesome. Do you have extra attack, or is that...
Yep, I
a
have
unique
extra attack.
Oh, nice.
Does a 23 hit?
Yeah, I do.
That one will do 11 damage.
Ow, pain.
And then I'm gonna action search.
Oh, no. Okay.
Does a 18 hit?
I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do.
Alright. And then I will do 6 damage.
Uh-huh.
And then one more.
Uh-huh.
I almost nat 20, that's so sad. Does a 27 hit?
Yeah, I do.
And that one will do 12 damage.
Yeah, that kills it.
Yeah!
Maddie, you
Miles is just gonna look at Ariali and shrug.
Maddie, you kind of just, like, bullied that thing. It had, like, 20-something hit points left, and, you said no.
No.
We have a...
Ariali also, like, Ariali just kind of shrugs back to Miles, but then she, like, she's looking at Madeline, because this is new.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
What?
Miles is surprised, but not that surprised, because this isn't the first time one of his friends has transformed.
That's
True,
true.
true.
We have like the magical girl party over here.
We do.
Oh my gosh.
Madeline and Bedlam are just like Sailor
Moon.
like yeah, Sailor Moon characters at this point. Yeah.
That's
Bedlam.
my new name.
Bedlam will see you come back, and he'll kind of tilt his head and go, "That's new."
Oh my gosh.
I'm Sailor Moon.
Maddie, your name.
Sailor Moon.
Madeline's gonna look back to Bedlam, and she's just gonna be like, well, I couldn't let you have all the fun.
Miles is just gonna narrow his eyes.
Bedlam just looks confused when you say that, as though this is just a fun option people can pick up whenever they
And
He's like, what?
and
I mean, it
where
kinda is.
exactly did you get this ability?
I made a deal or two.
Miles,
You-
Spirit Warlock.
Freaking idiots!
Now we have two people in this group in service to strange unknown entities and being granted powers from these entities that we have no idea who they are. Excellent. This seems prudent.
I had a nickel for every warlock I knew.
You'd have at least one nickel.
I'd have 2.
Oh dear. Alright, well, if it's all the same to you all, I would like to... it seems I need to check my notes. I'm not sure if that scorpion simply evaded my grasp, or if I have developed something with a flaw in its.
It strikes you that scorpions, at least big ones, are kind of healthy. And also, I kind of just rolled high.
Fair.
I want to say I rolled like an 18 on the save, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
After
Still, like,
so after a minute, the moon form wears off.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Come back here. Shebang.
If I were to get a piggyback ride from Madeline, could I get a short rest while they travel?
If you could convince Madeline to give you a piggyback ride.
Which I doubt you'd be able to. Maybe Agria would give you one if you were nice enough.
I don't think he would. I'm gonna be real, Chief. I think you'd
Fair.
be
I
more
don't
like,
think you're
I
getting a
should save
piggyback
my
ride.
strength.
Madeline could tell Miles is a little mad. She'll give him a piggyback.
I'm kidding.
Alright, but with that, it's not far now, probably about maybe another 20 minutes before you you come across the rocky mound that Bedlam you recognized. Bedlam you recognized as the entrance to your home.
It's home.
I need to go pull up the music, hold on.
Wait.
It's home. What?
We're in a cave, right?
Hey. Yeah.
That means it's going to be probably dimly lit or dark for most of it.
Yeah. Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah, that sounds like a bit of a you problem.
Sounds like a skill issue.
So fear mode can take hide every turn while we're in here.
Yep.
Oh.
oh no.
Oh, that's creepy music. I don't want creepy music. Hold on.
Yeah, no, we're going home.
I'm going to a nice place.
This is
I'll
not
get
at
a
home.
beach theme.
Beach? I mean, what
Tropical
are
beach.
beaches but single floored caves?
Single floored caves.
Suppose.
Beaches are just caves with a sunroof.
Exactly.
A very
Oh
big
my
one.
gosh.
It's still a rock floor.
Son.
Nice.
And just for the remainder of the walk to the cave, Ariale is just like scribbling over her notes as they're walking and muttering to herself.
Miles is gonna peek over at the notes and see it's just a bunch of crap he doesn't understand. And then, to be funny, what he's gonna do is he's going to mimic very poorly what she's writing into his book of shadows.
Oh my god.
She's
Just
going
to be
to
that guy.
Wait, what?
She's gonna look over at him, frown, close the book.
Basically, I'm picking on Ariale.
Oh,
You're
okay,
copying her
got it.
notes. This is not allowed.
I'm not even copying her notes. I'm just copying
just
what her
making
notes
fun
will
of
look
her.
like to me.
Yeah. Bedlam,
Are
meanwhile,
you
just
sharing my notes with your
Oh, I like this.
oh.
Miles? Are you sharing my notes with your patron?
I'm sharing what your notes look like with my patron.
Meanwhile, Bedlam
I
just
don't
looks
understand
more and more
them.
anxious the closer we get.
Time being.
Yes, I am the time being. And she'll stick her
Exactly.
tongue out at him.
I love this party. In perfect mimicry, Miles just responds with, "Why, yes, I'm the time being."
Oh my gosh.
Oh, shut up.
You know, Madeline kind of loses her grip on Miles. Just saying.
Oh my goodness. There we go. I like this theme for Bedlam Cave.
I love this
Let
party.
me listen to Bedlam.
Yeah, Ariale's gonna kind of smile at Madeline when she drops him.
I feel like while y'all are like goofing off and having classic party shenanigans, Bedlam is just staring at the entrance of the cave and having that classic like coming home anxiety.
Yep.
He's like, oh no, I am now realizing I must face my family after a nice chunk of time. I also don't know if they're alive. This is worrisome.
Alright, so this is the entrance to the cave, y'all.
Cave.
Oh right, I have the goggles of night. I'm not worried about cave.
Yeah, no, you're not worried about a cave.
I am an elf. I have dark vision. I am also not worried about cave.
Alright, let me go pull up. 1 second. Alright. So yeah, the entrance lies within a large rock hill that stands out from the rolling sands that surround it. The rocky floor of this part of the cave slopes upwards towards the surface. During the day, which is right now, this area is brightly lit from the sunlight filtering down into the caverns. Around on tiny little pegs on the walls to either side of you, you guys see lanterns hanging on these pegs that are emitting a soft blue light.
Are the lanterns grabbable?
Yes, you could totally take one off a peg.
I will
Can
take a lantern off a peg.
Okay.
And I also
If I have a
don't
light,
want the lanterns.
I don't
just
need
wanna-
my goggles.
I just want to know what they look like.
Yeah.
Like
so,
how they work and what make why are they blue?
So, Lux, you take one. It's actually like a hooded lantern, meaning you can close the hood on it and shine the beam directly into like a focused spot or something like that. Or shut it off entirely, like and make it dark. But essentially, it's a lantern, right? With a humming crystal on the inside that's emitting this pale blue light. And this light is what gives it its glow, and it emits dim light out. I think it's out 10 feet, or out 15 feet or something.
Bedlam sees the lanterns and like immediately has this flicker of recognition in his eyes and just has this like soft smile. He hasn't seen those since he left. He's like, ah, yes, the
Sure.
crystal lanterns.
The crystal lantern.
I'm close to home.
Yep.
Yeah, Miles is using one to see. Ariella is literally staring
Just,
right
like,
into
looking
the
at
shadow
it
of
'cause
one,
it's
trying to
pretty.
figure out how this crystal works.
Yeah, she's like, "Ooh, this is cool." Meanwhile,
Miles
Bedlam's
is
like,
actually-
"Ah, home."
Going to look at Bedlam. Bedlam, is anyone gonna get mad if I take one of these?
Good question, DM. Will someone be mad if he takes that?
Probably not. The only person that might be would be the woman who makes them, but she can kind of always just make more. And-
I'm not keeping it to take it. I'm just keeping it while I'm in the cave.
Oh yeah, no,
No,
that's
no,
that's
trying
not a
to-
problem.
My intention is to return it when we leave.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You wouldn't think that'd be a problem at all.
I'm trying to find what the name of that person was, because I know she had a name. Pitra. Is that how you say that? Pitra?
Pytra, I don't know.
Pitra. Yeah, Bedlam, like, when you say that, he, like, smiles and he goes, oh, no one should really have a problem, except maybe Pitra, because she makes them, but she could almost make more, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Alright. I just want to
just-
make sure
you
I
can
wasn't
tell
going to be
that, like,
disrespectful to your people.
He's kind of, like, rambling a little bit, because he's like, oh, right, family things.
Right.
But yeah, he smiles and he nods and he's like, it shouldn't. Especially if you're using it to help you see. I'm sure they won't.
Thank you.
And then I think at that moment his brain clicks and he goes, oh right, you're going to meet my family. My family's going to meet you. Right. His brain like clicks and he's like, right. And then he
I
smiles.
suppose I should have asked before I grabbed this. I'm sorry about that.
That's alright. I know that you probably just are curious about it. And I'm
Yes.
sure Paisha would love to explain it to you if you asked.
Oh yes, I would love to meet Pytra.
He looks like he's getting like
Although-
more and more excited.
Although I know you're probably nervous, but they'll be glad to see you again.
Thank you. And he kind of like turns to look down, and he starts walking with a little bit of a pip in his step. He seems excited again.
Yeah. So this
He's like, "Yay, home!"
this floor slopes downward. Obviously.
Yeah, because
Because
cave
it's cave.
is cave.
But yeah, you have 120-foot dark vision, so I'm gonna go ahead and get,
I can
get
see all. This is my home. I may see. I am built.
I was about to say, I'm surprised this is actually a hidden map if it's...
Well, it's
Well,
hidden for
Bedlam's
y'all.
home.
It's not hidden for me.
Yeah,
As in, I've already seen the map.
I showed.
Y'all have not.
Yeah, I showed Dare the whole uncovered map.
I have seen the map. In fact, I've pulled up the map now, so I know where I'm going.
Exactly.
But y'all don't know the caves. You were
Yeah, so
you
we are
were not
following
born
the
into the cave. You were simply molded by it.
We were molded by Darklight, you're right.
Yeah, but I was born into the caves.
Oh my goodness.
Darklight was a
Listen.
very molding experience.
It was even for me too. Listen, I'm finally having Bedlam time, so I'm gonna just be happy about it and make stupid jokes because Bedlam time.
Exactly.
Let me have my Bedlam time. Alright, let's see. Okay, I'm looking at the map. I know where to go, so I'm going to go. Follow me.
Okay.
Bedlam
Follow.
comes in and he's like, right, my memory has clicked in. I know every inch and pebble of this place.
He's locked in.
He's locked the fuck in. He's going home. My thing is I'm wondering who we're gonna run into first because didn't tell my family when I'd be back.
No, you
And I've
didn't.
been gone for a hot minute.
I
And I didn't tell them I was coming back. So I'm just gonna show up with my friends like, hey guys, I'm not
Hi, how
dead
are you?
yet.
So,
Hey, how are you?
as you guys are going, like, as you guys are rounding this corner,
Yes.
obviously the sunlight gets dimmer and dimmer, but you can see more pale blue light coming from inside the cavern, keeping it dimly lit in here.
Nice. Nice.
That's helpful.
Nice and cozy cave. Come down here.
Yeah.
Turn around this corner.
Yeah. Aw.
following the Bedlam.
He looks so comfortable in his caves. Okay, this is following as expected.
Uh-huh. I will. One
Now,
second.
if I'm correct, we'll want to come down here and okay. Yes, I think I know which way I want to be. Okay.
As you approach... Well, just, like, as you approach, like, this little
Like this area.
area,
Yes.
yeah. You
As we come here.
You hear the dull sounds of conversation coming from this direction.
My family.
This place is pretty well lit. I say well lit. It's dimly lit. But
for dark gnomes. It's well lit.
yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
I'm straining my eyes, but I can make do.
Yeah, basically. Let me go ahead.
Don't worry about it.
Let me go ahead and clear out this
Unlock.
place.
All right. This is great. I can't wait for Bedlam to just walk in and be like, "Hi, I'm back." Hi, Elliot. The cat.
Let me finish. There we go. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
And then,
So your path kind of sort of splits off into three separate paths over here.
Yes. And we're going to want to take this path first, from what I know.
This path? Okay.
We're going to go this way.
All right. Let's do this.
All right, let's do.
He's got a lot to unfog.
I'm sure he does.
I'm just gonna go ahead and unfog the whole thing. Alright. So, Bedlam, as you come in here, you are greeted by a grandiose sight, actually. You recognize a lot of different people standing here. This is as you know,
quite a few.
this is your clan hall. This is where the majority of the Skyrim clan gathers to socialize with clanmates. Have meals together. The massive rug for lessons is laid out. You have 2 large tables at the north end of the cavern. There's a fireplace even fashioned into the western wall. And the large rug depicting the scene of the night sky riddled with stars and moons is draped across the cavern floor, providing comfortable seating when the elders hold lessons for the children or regale the clan with stories passed down by word of mouth from their ancestors. As you walk in, you're not exactly stealthing, so
No, we're just walking in.
yeah, exactly. So the first thing that happens is Jinzo turns around, alright?
Okay.
And he sees you, Bedlam,
Yes.
and his eyes go wide, and the rest of you guys, you see this like tall-ish deep gnome, not as tall as Bedlam, but like more burly than anything else, run up to Bedlam and bury him in a massive tackle bear hug.
Nope.
It's good to see you.
Bedlam goes down just laughing.
And then you hear, and then you have another one come up, and this miner, he has a pickaxe on his hip. He says, "Bedlam, is it really you?" And with that, now that voices are happening in the hall.
I really hate to interrupt. My cat is eating plastic. I'm so sorry.
Okay, you should go take care of that
I'll be
really
fine.
fast. You're gonna come over. You're definitely gonna come over. You're gonna come over.
Plastic has been removed. He
Nice.
ran and hid behind the dresser in shame. Anyways. Alright. So yeah, someone said, "Is it really you?"
Yeah, so
Oh.
Bagro comes out and he recognizes you, and as soon as the raised voices start, a crowd of people start streaming in from the hall. You are kind of in a whirl of people, all right. But you recognize Igon, you recognize Gabrath, you recognize Ivana, and you recognize Kiana, all coming out to come meet you. You also see towards the back is Zulsi and small little Opal. And screw it, lessons are distracted for the time being. Torsk.
I feel like everyone would be distracted at this.
Yeah,
And
at this
Iris.
point they're all like, "Yo!"
Well, the 3 I've left over here for a reason.
Their plot progression.
No, they're just either old or are busy.
Old or busy.
But yeah, there's a massive whirlwind of people.
I love the idea that
Back
y'all
up and
probably
give
never
space.
seen a deep gnome other than me, and then we come down here and there's just a
There's a swath of them. There's a swath of them, alright? And
The
Opal, like, goes in
S-
between people. Iris is actually gonna stand back. Orin is trying to wiggle in. Torsk is standing back with Zulsi. And
Bedlam
yeah,
is
you were
just
kind
like-
of greeted
yeah.
by the Horde, alright?
We've woken the hive!
Yeah, basically.
Bedlam is like hugging whoever is hugging him. He's just kind of laughing because he did not. I don't know what he was expecting, but he was not expecting to be immediately. He's got such a big smile on his face. Like, oh.
You after about a minute or so of all the hellos, you actually get picked up by Igon,
Oh shit.
and he picks you up, and he sets you on top of his shoulders, because he's kind of one of the strongest gnomes in the clan, because he's the clan forge, he's the clan smith, and so he literally just carries you over here,
Oh my god.
kind of bearing you on the king's retinue, so to speak, as the rest of these all follow.
Just picks me up and takes me in. All my friends just
Actually,
standing
not.
there
Jinzo and
T-posing.
Igon together pick you up and bring you in.
And then all my friends T-posing in the back like,
Yeah, so I will say that while all these people are kind of following him inside, this person, and this person kind of approach the rest of you guys, and this person steps forward, and he says, "I assume you'll be Bedlam's traveling companions."
Yes.
I prefer the word
Uh,
friend, but
Yes.
Ah, friends it is then. Any friends of Bedlam's are friends of ours. Come in and partake. And he invites you in, and Torsk over here and Gabrath lead the way. And he invites you guys on in to come partake in the festivity, because their brother has returned after several months of being gone.
oh yeah, whoopsie poodle.
So Bedlam, you're kind of born in on the shoulders of Icon and Jinzo over here. And as you're kind of walked in, you see over here Rort sitting in front of the fireplace.
Vibing.
As he does.
He vibing as he do.
He vibing as he do. You see Kaga sitting at the table. Next to
Talking
Melv, actually,
Melv,
who's currently
yeah.
carrying baby Aaron, who is all swaddled up in clothing, or like in a like
swaddling
a
cloth.
swaddling cloth. That's what it's called.
He swaddled.
And Melv, Kaga, and Rort Rort and Kaga kind of like nod greetings. But Melv smiles and gives a small wave. She says that she would get up, but her hands are kind of full and she can't really get up right now.
Understandable. She has a child.
She does have a child. So Jinzo and Icon plop you down in this seat right here.
Just flump.
Yeah, flump. And they're like, come, you must join us for dinner, please. And Jinzo runs off actually to go fetch people from over here, so we're gonna kind of drag him over here for a second.
Bedlam has just been like laughing and
More
smiling.
people?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
I'm not
clan.
surprised.
Bedlam has been like smiling and laughing since he's been bear hugged.
Oh yeah,
Hasn't
oh yeah.
Stopped. Like he is like overwhelmed. Like I feel like low-key he forgot how loving his family was because of how fucking god awful the shit he saw above
The
ground
rest of
was.
the world has been since he.
Yeah, and then he comes back down here and he's like, right, I'm loved.
Right, I'm loved.
Holy shit, right, I have a supportive, loving family, right?
Exactly. All right, hold on. My browser has to catch up.
Also, just want to say already, the deep gnomes are adorable. I fucking love this already. I
They're
love how they were just like, he home, pick him up and drag him.
He home kidnap time.
He
Let me
Hit-
drag this token.
no.
I was
How
trying
dare
to
you.
map an accident.
There we go.
You
No, you're
cannot
fine.
do
My
this.
my browser was being slow. I was just trying to check on him. Where does he need to go? Because now I'm over on my DM side of things because I need to go see where all the NPCs are. Okay. You need to come over here just for a second. Yeah. So they plop you down. Gabrath, actually, while Jinzo is going downwards, Gabrath says as much as she would like to catch up, she's going to go tell Arena to prepare for one more. So she comes up over here, off in that direction, off up over
yes.
here. And I'm gonna pull her over there. And yeah, Orin and Opal are kind of hanging at your arms over here. They're very excited to see you.
The
Oh,
chillins.
Yeah, exactly,
the
right?
chillins.
Kiana, Bagro, Iris, where are you gonna go? You are gonna go... Probably
Hold
by
on, guys.
Igon.
Yeah, hold on, guys. He has to account for like 20 fucking NPCs.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just vibing.
Let me bring you over.
I'm
here
also
so I
just
kinda-
fascinated watching all of the little gnomes and him being like, this one goes here, this one goes there.
Yeah, exactly!
This is fun. I love just seeing all the gnomes just skittering. This is great.
We're gonna put you over here. We're gonna put you over here.
All of them immediately shift over to the table I've been plopped at. This is fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all just immediately like, bedlam time.
Well, actually, wait. No, the elders gonna chill over here
That makes sense. That makes sense.
because they're gonna make room for guests.
Good. Welcome, my friends.
Exactly.
Good.
The four of y'all actually are prepared these 4 seats right here.
Mylon, are these chairs bedlam size?
Yeah, are they gnome sized?
So unfortunately, yes, they
Oh
are
my
gnome sized.
Does
Maddie,
Madeline need 2 chairs?
Maddie, I should
Madeleine's
also
good.
mention, as of this like crossing up here,
Oh,
all these ceilings are only 6 feet high. So you and Agrier are having to double over.
Alright, so Madeline's gonna like crisscross on the corner here. She's sitting down on the
Uh-huh.
floor.
Actually, yeah, you and Agrier are like ridiculously tall, so they
Poor
understand. So you guys can sit over there. Arielle, Miles, you guys can pick chairs if you want.
Bedlam shoots Madeline
I'm
and
gonna plop
Agrier
down
the most
between everyone.
apologetic.
I'll sit here next to Madeline.
Nice.
Oh.
Eminem have to stay together.
Exactly.
Madeline's gonna whisper to Miles, and she's just gonna be like, "They're so small."
They really are. This
They're
is
not that small. You're just really big.
this is a massive clan of little people.
Little And I want you
ouch.
guys to
Yeah.
remember that Bedlam is the tallest of his clan.
He's the
So you met the tallest guy. You
Yeah,
met the
yeah.
We
all
met
the rest
we
of
met the
these-
Andre the Giant of the
And
freaking.
Bedlam is
Yeah, you
3
kinda
foot
gnomes.
8. Bedlam's 3'8" and he's the tallest boy. You met the tallest boy. Welcome to the rest of the normal like height range.
Yeah, these people all range from anywhere from like 2 feet tall to probably 3 feet tall to 3.5
I
feet
imagine
tall.
the children are even smaller.
The
Oh,
children
are
barely come above a foot off the ground.
mole.
Uh,
Mole children.
Erin is
A bit
not even a foot big, like foot tall. She's like a toddler. She's like maybe 10
She's
inches.
tiny.
Like
Yeah.
My God.
she be
Meanwhile,
tiny.
yeah, Bedlam's the fucking tallest. This is where he grew up, where he was like, yeah, I'm the tallest boy, and then he got to the surface and he was like, oh,
Oh, that means nothing
No.
anymore.
this is not the case.
So out of down here, Jinzo returns, and this time he returns back with 2 more gnomes with him.
Right.
And
This, the swarm grows.
the swarm grows. He says,
More
"Look,
gnome,
look, he's
more
back."
gnome.
The Mithra kind of shakes your hand quietly, and then goes to sit over here. Lacey actually sneaks up behind you. Roll me a perception check really quick.
Of course. I know what she about to do, and I love her for it.
Bonk.
Oh shit, I rolled really high. 26.
Oh yeah, okay? So you know what's going on. All right, Chief. This is not
I
your
know
first
what's going
rodeo. You turn around fully expecting it, and she has attempted to sneak up behind your chair, and she goes to try and cover your eyes.
Yeah.
From behind, you notice what's going on.
Just
She's
that
gonna
true
try to go
perception.
through with it anyway.
Yeah.
And she goes, Getsu, Bedlam, Getsu!
Bedlam smiles real
It's your
wide.
favorite sister!
Oh.
And, she comes over here, actually. And, roll me another perception check really quick.
Yes, of course. I know what she's. I rolled a 25. I'm still the druid wisdom is just kicking in right now.
Man, you watch her sleight of hand. You are all over this. You watch her sleight of hand. She
I
slips
know
her
my
hand into her
sister.
pocket, and
I
then
know
she
my
goes to
sister.
shake your hand. Do you shake her hand?
I'm trying to figure out if Bedlam. Nah, Bedlam is the type of guy. Even though he fully saw it coming, he still just winds up and shakes her hand. He just lets her do it.
So as you go to grasp her hand, the other four of you guys, you hear
Firmly grasp it.
firmly grasp.
Firmly grasp it.
You hear the loudest fart known to man. As
How's this
Lasky
voice?
apparently pulls out a whoopee cushion and handshakes Bedlam with it. And giggling, she goes and sits down next to Melv because she
I
loves her
love-
practical jokes.
I love
Let me see.
Bedlam, after
we're
the
move.
fart whoopee cushion, distinctly after that moment, sighs and goes, "Ah, it's really good to be home."
Igon kind of looks around and he's like, "We've got a couple more on the way. Eldora Rena was making the food, and Gabrath went to go tell her to prepare for 5 more, actually. But he looks over at Agrir, and he's like, "What do your friends eat the same things we do?"
I think we do.
I mean, Bedlam eats rocks, so I'm not entirely sure
Well-
we eat the same thing here.
No, well, not the rocks, but
Bedlam smiles at you
food,
guys
yes.
and goes, "That's kind of just a me thing."
Bedlam's special.
oh,
Um,
so that's not all right.
But no, for the most part, we eat the same things. Yes,
Yes.
they should be fine.
Good. Then all should be fine. And at this point, it's at this point that Orin and Opal start bugging you about asking you what you've been up to, where you've gone, what kind of things you've been doing, who you met, who your friends are, what are their names, what do they do, what have they met, what kind of things do they do,
Wild behavior.
exactly.
Average child behavior.
Exactly.
What kind of answers are you gonna give him for right now?
Bedlam will kind of smile and point to his friends and go, "Well, this is Agria, Ariale, Madeline, and Miles."
Why is that one a tree?
That's a long story that I don't even actually know the answer to. But, how about after dinner, I will tell everyone a lot more about what I've been doing.
They are very okay with that. Igon manages to he stands up and manages to shoo them over here so that like they have their own space to eat, and you have
To
your
the
own space
child's
to eat
table with you.
with the elder elders. It's fine.
Children and old people quarantined to the side.
All right, Ellie.
All right.
Are you trying to? No, I'm over 70 years older than you.
That's why the old people table.
The old people table.
The
Wow.
old people table. Anyway.
Oh dear. She just kind of like smiles and rolls her eyes.
So after a couple of minutes,
We love lighthearted teasing.
exactly. 3 more gnomes come around from the other end of the hall.
I see my bestie.
Yeah. Farson,
My bestie, my roommate.
all 3 of these guys are actually carrying like large plates of you guys see the other four of you guys, you notice what looks like mostly normal type of food. You notice a couple of different kinds of meats being carried in on these massive plates, which you might assume being from beasties of the desert. But you also notice a number of cactus fruit, and you notice some mushrooms that are glowing a pale blue.
Tasty.
Glowing food has me
Mushrooms
slightly.
My favorite, the glowing mushrooms.
Is it the same shade of blue as the lanterns?
No. Not the same
It
shade.
must be weird.
Don't worry, everything down here is blue. Clearly.
The people, the mushrooms, the
Everything
rocks.
blue. That's why Bedlam all blue, and when he transform, more blue.
Exactly.
Blue.
Yeah.
The aesthetic runs strong.
Yeah, it do.
Well, I've never eaten bioluminescent food before.
So they
Bedlam
start.
smiles and
They
he
start
goes,
handing out the food, to both
Nice.
both tables over here.
good.
Coruscant gives you a quick hug before going and sitting over here. And Gabrath goes over here. And yeah, you guys are invited to relax, feast to your heart's content. There is plenty for everyone.
Tasty food.
If anyone would like to try and identify the stuff you're being fed, we can do that. Or you can just go ahead
I'm
and say,
going.
I would
I would like to attempt.
I'm gonna let the two smarter people try.
nature checks.
She's
Meanwhile,
smarter people.
Bedlam's doing that thing where it's like when you finally come home to home cooking and you just devour your body
Oh, exactly. Oh, exactly.
I got a 15. What am I eating?
So, the meat
Like,
you
kinda
actually recognize. You recognize axe beak meat. Axe beak meat.
Yes.
You recognize from the taste. You recognize direwolf meat. Axe beaks taste like chicken. Direwolf is a little more gamey.
Love wolf meat.
Exactly. What other beasties do I have in the desert? One second.
Gotta check real quick.
I just need to go look at my, like... Oh, technically it's hyena meat, but hyenas and wolves taste really similar.
As
But
we all
mostly-
know and have tasted both.
Exactly.
Tastes like human.
This.
Oh, there's also scorpion tenders.
Ooh. Tasty.
Which are like, scorpion legs and scorpion claws, like, deep fried, basically.
Nice. The deep gnomes are so advanced they've discovered deep frying.
Do they have air fryers though?
That is the question, isn't it?
Maybe they do. You don't know.
The mushroom is a type of... You actually don't know what that mushroom is, Madeline. You would guess...
Oh no.
I mean, it's glowing. You have no freaking idea.
It is from the caves. Cave mushroom.
Arielle, were you going to also attempt to identify stuff, or no?
I tried, but I only got a 10, so.
Okay. That is unfortunate.
Try the mushroom. It's delicious.
Yeah, I can't
Miles
believe
is just gonna shrug and, just
Dive in?
eat it.
Nice.
Yeah. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, am I right?
Exactly.
And food is always a good starting place to learn about someone's culture.
That's true.
Exactly.
Thank you for trying to learn about my culture, Miles.
Okay, I just had to
You're
go
welcome.
check the name. Because I forgot it. Yeah, so everyone starts digging in. Bedlam, Igon, and Laski and Melv are gonna chat with you and tell you about like what you've missed. Essentially, nothing, not a whole lot has happened in the months you've been gone. Things have been altogether fairly quiet here. They haven't really been disturbed by the surface all that much, which is good. They haven't had any bandit attacks. They've gone relatively unnoticed.
Actually, now that you mentioned like bandit attacks, in the back of my mind, I remember all the times in like role-playing games where you go into a cave and there's a bunch of like goblins or gnomes and you just kill them and take all their shit. And I've realized I've made that my backstory.
Except
That's
now
great.
these gnomes have teeth and fight back.
Good. Yes,
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's what they talk about, Bedlam, like, listens, he smiles and nods. But, like, as they mention, like, yeah, you know, nothing on the surface has really bothered us, like, something in his head clicks and realizes, like, right, they still don't know. They still don't know all the terrible things I have seen and known, and how awful the surface is, and I am so grateful it has not touched this place.
Yeah, largely,
And
your impression is basically, the Skiren Caverns have largely gone untouched and unnoticed in the conflict of the surface world above.
Bedlam kind of... I will be real with you. He just kind of starts crying a little bit at that, like realizing, like, yes, this is untouched and safe. They're like tears of relief. But like to his family, he just starts crying.
Igon will give you a hug if he sees that.
Aww. He kind of just wipes them away real quick.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
One Mississippi.
No, caps lock.
Just yelling. Just yelling and screaming.
Boo.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like,
well,
yeah, I'm trying to just think of like other other topics of conversation that would come up during dinner.
that's okay. Bedlam's main thing was he was gonna ask how things were, so he's very grateful to hear that it's basically the same. It's basically what he left. Like, he's so grateful for that. Otherwise, you can, yeah. But while Mylon's checking that, hey guys, how's the bioluminescent mushrooms? Aren't they tasty?
How do they taste, DM?
They're actually, they taste almost like normal mushroom.
Oh,
Tasty.
okay.
They are called
I personally
blue caps.
actually love. I love mushrooms, so if I were able to eat glowing mushrooms, sign me up. Tasty.
I think if anything, Miles is more shocked at the lack of a difference between that
Yeah,
and normal
he's
mushrooms.
like, damn, this really just tastes like a mushroom.
Yeah, it's somewhat surprising actually that it, when cooked, tastes basically like a normal
It
mushroom.
just tastes like
It gains the well, because mushrooms soak in whatever you cook them in, so like
yes.
it has like hints of the flavors of the other meats and stuff like that. But largely it tastes like normal mushroom.
Yeah, but like you said, that's just kind of normal mushroom fare.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that's just normal ass mushroom. This one just glow.
It's just blue.
Which, tasty. Blue mushroom.
And it also looks funny when you're chewing it in your mouth because the light glows through your cheeks.
That's actually so good.
Which makes it
It
entertaining.
probably looks
I mean,
really
like-
weird on the paleys.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, on the dark, or on the fucking deep gnome skin, it's probably like a little noticeable, but on y'all, it's probably like really noticeable.
Yeah.
And here's a freaking jack-o'-lantern.
Oh my god, yeah! Holy shit, he is! Just fucking glowing blue from the
You
inside
thought
out.
there
when
was
you
a
see him.
heart in Arena's hand.
did,
It's not.
Yeah, didn't you know
I
that
know
they
it's
live in a
not.
cannibalistic, murderous
but it looks
tribe?
like a heart.
It does look like a heart. I'll give
It
you
does. But it's a rock.
that. All right. After about an hour or so, you all gain the benefit of a short rest, obviously.
Oh yeah, there you go, Bob.
And Bedlam, they are eagerly awaiting your stories. Eagerly. They want to hear all about the surface world. Because keep in mind, the only gnomes that regularly venture above ground are Mithra, Ivena, and sometimes, like, Zulsi. On
Yeah.
occasion.
And I assume they've mostly been confined to the desert, not...
Yeah, Mithra and Ivena mostly do hunting around, like your nearby surroundings, hunting for above ground meats and fruits and that sort of thing. So they haven't really explored into civilization. So they are all very excited to hear about what the above ground is like. Roll me actually really quick. Roll me an insight check.
Oh, okay, sure. Insight. Insight. I always have to check.
He's
that
lying
fucking
to you. They're
part.
all shapeshifters.
Fuck up. Oh my god. Okay. Math. I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Alright. Rolling good.
Everyone except Melv, who seems to be interested in your stories,
Yes.
but more so because she's just happy to see you, and less so because she wants to know what's up there.
Considering what I know of her, fascinating. Alright. Bedlam, I feel like, considering his prior role in the family, probably has never really had this much attention on him all
Absolutely
at once.
not.
So he feels very awkward. He's like, oh shit, all of a sudden I'm talking in front of everyone. But, he'll kind of like... I think I'm gonna start by just summarizing what he says. And if
Yeah,
we
sure.
get to important things, we'll discuss it.
Sure.
But he'll talk first about how left the cave, was in the desert for about a week. Using druid shit to not die.
Yeah.
But he eventually found a city. And that's when he'll start talking about, like, yeah, cities.
The kids want to know
big.
all about this city.
Cities big. Cities have big buildings.
How
Cities have
big? How big are those buildings? What? Wait, what are buildings?
buildings are like if you took wall of cave, but just wall. Nothing behind it, just wall in open space. And built a room out of it.
Orin is highly confused.
And buildings can be as tall as our cave is long, but up.
Opal is in awe of this idea.
Building big.
Building big. Those are cool.
And cities are made of many buildings. I feel like as Bedlam is describing these things, you guys are now realizing why when you met him he was going, what is a wolf? Like, you guys are like, oh.
The understanding has hit.
Yeah.
This is why. Yeah, as he's sitting there explaining what a building is.
This is why
Because
he
you
was kind of stupid.
Because you're realizing this cave is all he knew until you met him.
Yep.
And it's all most of these people know. So yes, city made of many building. Many building hold many people. Much bigger than clan is in just one city, and there are many cities.
The world is really big.
The world is big. And he talks about how when he got to the city, he spent like the first week or so, kind of just doing odd jobs for people. So people would need you to run an errand and you'd go and do it. And then they would give you this thing called money. They're these little coins that you You exchange for goods and services,
Uh-huh.
which is not at all like how we do it, so I was very confused.
Yep.
But he did this for a little while, and then he gestures to his friends, and he's like, and then I met my friends. We started by running a little errand together. God damn it, that's right. I feel like Bedlam upon remembering that is like, shit, right. That's how this started. And he like dissociates for like a split second. And he's like, yeah, that's how we met.
I mean, you met going and killing a vegetable in the desert.
But that's what I'm saying is like, our group started doing like a job for Felix.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, political turmoil. So like Bedlam was
It's been
realizing like,
great.
right, this started with a fucking errand. And he talks about that. And then he kind of gets to the point where he has to start talking about political intrigue, and he kind of just, like, sits there for a second thinking on how he would even explain it, or if he wants to at first, and then he kind of stops and he goes like, I might talk about the rest of this at some other point, but, he does start talking about how, like, he has figured out a lot more magic since he left.
Arena and Varson are both very interested to hear what you can do as far as magic goes.
He'll talk about how, like, the druid stuff that he was researching in Astrolith, like, the more he was doing combat with his friends, the more it just started making sense. And so, like, some of the things that he used to talk about having read in his city, because he didn't know the name at the time, he's not
was gonna
dropping
say,
the name just yet. He
like-
does not drop the name just yet, because he
Oh,
knows
no?
they don't know it.
Okay.
No, not yet. He's kind of like, in his mind, he's like, there are certain things I kind of want to talk to the elders about later. The
Fair enough.
political shit and the city. For now, I'm just telling the fun shit to the kids. I'm not going to tell the kids all of the horrible, traumatizing details.
Uh-huh.
You
But
should
yeah.
tell them all about Darklight.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so when he's talking about that, he mentions how, like, some of those abilities he's kind of figured out, and maybe he can show some of them later. And I'm thinking about what else he feels comfortable with sharing with the group. City big. He can do magic now. He has friends. They've gone on many journeys. And yeah, that's basically what he tells for now. And he's gonna save some things for a nice little private talk with the elders.
Understandable. So, as you're kind of talking and chatting with everybody, several hours go by.
Yeah.
Ariale, Madeline, and Miles, are you guys chill with just kind of vibing here, or do you guys want to go explore the caves if you want? I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I want to interact with some of the gnomes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I actually kind of do too.
Gnome time.
I'm kind of just vibing.
Interact with the gnomes.
Yeah.
I
So,
also would speak with gnome.
I'll go.
well, I will say that Jinzo over here has been looking you up and down, Madeline, and roll me an insight check really quick.
Insight?
He's looking at you menacingly.
I got a 5.
Oh shit, you know nothing.
You can't tell whether this is like sizing you up, or like a determining whether you're a threat, or like a admiring, or I don't even know. I can't tell, Chief.
I don't even know.
But you do notice that Jinzo has been kind of Well, I won't say much more because you didn't roll super well on your insight.
He's been looking in your direction,
Yeah.
Yeah.
observing you. Perchance.
Observing.
Madeline does not want to poke the bear on this one. So she's gonna like squeeze on by back here
Uh-huh.
and come to the kids.
Roll me a dex check.
Okay. I got a 7.
Oh.
Guys,
I can go the
Maddie's
other. I
stuck.
can go the other way.
Guys, Maddie is stuck.
Maddie's
Ariella.
stuck!
Ariella, get out of the way.
She's
Yeah. Ariela's gonna try to scoot the chair in as much as possible and kind of like curl into a ball in her chair so she can make herself tiny.
Maddie, you're gonna have
This
to
is
like
big.
lean way over Ariele's head to get through,
This-
but yeah, when
oh
she
my
does that,
God.
you can sidle on through.
Okay.
This is making me think of Gandalf and fucking.
That's
The
exactly
Hobbit
what this is
homes.
like.
Oh my god.
Arir is
So,
sitting down, and his head still is like a foot and a half away from the ceiling.
Oh my god.
So it's Iris, Orin, and Opal that are the children, right?
Iris, Orin, and Opal, yes, those are the kids.
Yeah. So Madeline is
Children,
going to
children.
hand each of them a gold piece.
So I will say, you walk up to this table. Orin and Opal like react to you walking up, and they're super excited to see you. You look at Iris, and you can see that her eyes are completely glazed over white, and she seems to have some trouble with like following you. Is the best way I can describe it. And you hand her a gold piece, and she just kind of like blinks a little bit, and is like, I'm sorry, I can't I can't see very well.
I understand. Did you just whisper understandable?
No, I said I understand.
Okay, I was about to be like, did you just tell this small child understand?
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Anyway.
Madeline is going to like close Iris's hand around the coin,
Oh,
and she's going. This is the money that Bedlam was talking about.
I love how after I explained money, you're like, yes, here. Enjoy the money.
Yeah, so Orin and Opal are admiring it. Iris is like running a hand over the faces, or like running a thumb along the edge to kind of like feel it. And she's kind of just like gazing emptily. There we go.
Emptily.
English is hard, alright?
You
She's
say
kind of
vacantly.
vacantly, sure. She's kind of just gazing vacantly out, as she's kind of feeling this coin. But she's like, it's such a complicated design. Is there a reason for it? I can tell there's a face on one side, I think. And what would be on the tail's end of a
Gold piece.
gold piece? If this was Waterdeep, it would be a dragon. But this isn't Waterdeep.
This is your realm, bro.
This is
You
What
your
the
decide.
realm.
hell would be on the
Yeah.
tail's end of a...
Whose face
Well,
is
I was
on
gonna
the
say-
gold coin?
I was gonna say, question.
Sorry, Alice.
Who's minting the money? Because is it Aldinian or is it Kinlanian? Because who's minting the money nowadays?
Yeah.
Well, no matter who it's minted by, a gold coin is still worth a gold coin.
I can't wait to
Well, I
go
know,
to
but like
Kinlan
that
and
would
pay an
determine
Aldinian
what's
coins.
on it. Like if
So,
it's
like-
a Kinlanian coin, they'd put their own shit on
Yeah,
it. you know?
so like Kinlanian gold coins, would likely have the face of... Actually, yeah, no, the face of the Emperor on one side, and, the Kinlan standard on the other. The flag with the... I gotta go pull it up. I don't remember exactly.
You know, the thing that I designed that I've shown no one. You
I've
know,
shown
the
no
thing.
one. I don't remember where I put it, so I'm not gonna go hunting for 30 minutes trying to track this
can
thing
show
down.
it
Oh
later.
no,
It's
hopefully
fine.
it didn't get scrubbed during your PC cleaning.
God, I hope not.
Anyway,
So
you know the thing that we
yeah,
all know.
it's the Kinlan standard. on the tails side of the Kinlanen coin. An Aldinian gold coin has the tails side has the Aldine royal crown with the 3 awakening stones set into it, and a sword and scepter like crossed behind it on the tails side, because that's the Aldinian banner, or royal emblem, I guess I should say, royal insignia. And then on heads, it would probably be what would have been the previous king or queen, whatever leader. So it would have been
Ariel's mom.
Ariel's mom, who I forget her name.
That's
Hold on.
Queen Yovan.
Yovan's face. Yeah. And there's other countries too, obviously, but I don't think you guys possess any of their currency.
So that's what's on it.
Yeah.
One of those two.
So she goes like, "Oh, it's got like this interesting. I think that's a crown and 2 sticks, I think, and a face on the other side." And Opal and Orin are very quick to correct her. They go, "Oh, it's a sword and a staff, I think, like Arena uses, and kind of like what Igon has shown us in books and stuff." And they kind of are chatting away about the money. Do you, Iris actually turns back to you and goes, "Is this worth anything in the surface world above?" Oh, I hear a cat.
Cat meow, yeah.
Alright, hold on, I'll go let him in.
Introducing money to the gnome culture, about to create the gnome economy.
Would
The
you
gnome
like to
economy?
make a decision?
The gnome
Good job. You made a
economy.
decision. I'm proud of you. I'm closing the door. There you go. Okay. The cat has been let in.
Good.
Anywho. So yeah, Iris turns to you and goes like, What do you do with these coins in the surface world?"
You trade them. You can buy almost anything.
Really? Like, what sorts of things have you bought?
Death.
Don't say guns. Don't say guns.
Introduce guns to the gnomes.
Master
kids,
has given
look what I
Buffy a Glock!
You already
it's
did that
okay.
with Bedlam.
Time for Madeline to hand her a pistol.
This is called an
Suck in
assassin's
visually
pistol.
impaired.
Yeah.
Suck in visually impaired child. Literal
No,
firearm.
no, tell her like candy and clothes and nice things. Nice words, Madeline. Nice words.
Animals.
Gun is the funniest answer, but I can't say gun to a child.
Also, I don't know if any of my family knows what a gun is.
No, none of them do.
So if you told them, you'd have to explain what a deadly weapon is to a child. You'd have to be like, well, if you want to kill someone from a distance, small blind child. Like,
Yes, let's hand the blind child a gun. That couldn't
Oh.
possibly go wrong.
This is a
Do
great
not.
idea.
I just said please do not.
Madeline's gonna say, well, I like to hit things. So I buy tools to hit things very hard.
Oh, so does Jinzo. He likes to hit things too. He practices all day.
ah, that was why he was sizing you up.
Oh, so he wants to fight.
He wants a challenge.
Well,
was like,
usually he doesn't
Jin-
challenge people, but also usually, we don't have guests in the
I was gonna say-
caverns.
Jinzo seeing you be like, ah, finally a real opponent. Our battle shall be legendary.
Exactly. Stilgar, what exactly are you doing here?
Being cat.
Madeline is gonna say like loud enough for Jinzo to hear to Iris. Well, you let him know if he ever wants anything that hits back. I'm more than willing.
Does she really be like, alright, throw down, son?
And then she's gonna take the more spacious route this time to get back to her seat.
Good.
And then she's gonna stop behind Leisky.
I love my
And,
favorite sister.
Madeline's gonna try to sleight of hand the whoopee cushion out of her pocket real quick.
Roll.
She
Alrighty.
wants the prank.
Hi.
Math.
Math.
Do I have advantage on that? One sec. Yeah, I do have advantage on that. That's so much better. That's a 23.
Shit, dang.
Yeah, you lift a whoopee cushion from Leithki. She
Yeah,
doesn't even notice.
Madeline's going to tap her on the shoulder, hold her hand out, and she's like, I hear you're Bedlam's sister.
Oh. He's gonna prank her back.
Wait, with the whoopee cushion in her hand.
Oh, of course. So
Of
she
course,
goes to
of
shake
course.
your hand, and Maddie, I need you to roll me a perception check really quick.
Okay.
Oh?
Perception is 14.
Yeah, so you don't notice it, but when Leitsky grabs your hand, you also feel another whoopee cushion in her hand. And so literally this handshake is two
Double
whoopee
fart.
cushions colliding with
Double
each other.
fart.
And it's just like
Oh my
the double
God.
fart is and she just
Holy
loses it.
shit.
She loses it.
Oh
She's
my
like,
God.
I have met one cut from the same cloth as me. This is freaking hilarious. Like,
Why
Amazing.
did she have a second one?
Oh, I'm sure she has like a bunch, bro. Don't even. Oh my god.
Madeline's gonna let out a laugh, hand her the whoopee cushion back, and just be like, I believe this is yours.
she chuckles a little bit. And she says, I've got plenty of them. Keep it.
Oh, thank you.
She's like,
Let's go into the
Whoopee
inventory.
cushion.
oh hell yeah.
No, this is going to haunt us for the
Aw.
rest of our time.
Just
Oh,
promise
yes,
me
it
you'll
is.
use it to torment Bedlam.
Oh, all the time. Don't worry.
Good.
That's true sister energy. She's like, fucking bully my brother.
Exactly. Exactly.
Madeline's gonna go back to her corner.
Ariella, did
Do
you
I have to
wanna-
make...
No, not on this side. Just
Okay.
behind Ariella,
Okay.
because that's a tight fit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ariella, did you want to talk with anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She's actually going to look down the table. Excuse me. I think I was told your name was Melv?
Yeah, so Melv turns to you, and, Watch, hold on a second. Okay. She, turns to you and says, and you are... Forgive me, I don't recall.
Ayale.
Wow, dog, I
I
can't
have-
roll for a literal crab.
I have a feeling about Melv, but yes.
She says, Ariella, that's a pretty name.
Thank you.
She says, welcome to the Skiren clan. I hope we haven't been too much. I know there's a lot of us.
It's actually rather nice. My family back home was only my parents and my sister. So it's a little overwhelming to see so many in a family in one place, but it's heartwarming as well. And this may be an odd question, but have you ever left the caves here?
Why do you ask?
You and your child look very familiar to me, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Yo, what? They do? Wait.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, hold
I'm
on.
just as confused as you guys.
She says, I don't know what you mean. Um, well, a long time ago, I came from the surface world. Um, I wasn't originally with the Skiren clan, you see, but I made my way here after a series of very misfortunate events, and they kindly took me in. Me and my daughter, Erin.
Series would that series of unfortunate events have been roughly 5 years ago?
Bedlam, I will tell you, if you don't remember. Do you remember when Melv arrived?
I could pull up what you wrote real quick, but let me check real quick. Where'd you put Mel? Mel. 2 years ago. You wrote 2 years ago.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
She says, well, I arrived with the Skyrens, only 2 years ago, so it's not been a terribly long amount of time.
Oh.
What happened 5 years ago?
Well, minding how Bedlam kind of danced around all the bad stuff with the kids listening. Well, I believe that's a story for when certain ears are less attentive. It isn't the happiest.
Roll me an insight check.
Oh dear.
Girl, you're poking some bad spots to be poking. And I know you don't know the lore of the clan, but you're asking some questions here.
18.
She does understand, and you recognize, that, like, she's obviously thinking of something really specific about something 5 years ago that she knows about. She's not saying anything, but she seems to understand what you're talking about. Like, actually more specifically than she might let on.
This makes sense. Okay.
Arielle kind of gets that she understands what happened and just nods a little. We can discuss things later.
Yes.
It's not particularly pressing.
Absolutely. Silver, your whisker fell off.
No. It's not a whisker.
How did you lose a whisker, my guy? You lost a whisker. Okay. Anyway, I just looked down on my keyboard and suddenly cat whisker. Don't go eat it. No. No. As your father figure, I forbid it. Alright, anyway. So, by this point, it's probably been, like, several hours by now. As the meals are wrapping up, Bagro, Kiana, and Mithra take, like, dishes and stuff and back over in this direction. over here. Heckin' over here. There we go. And Gabrath, Ivena, Jinzo, and Zulsi will take the kids onto bed because it's at this point it's getting sort of late.
It's the children's bedtime.
It is the children's bedtime, so I'm going to group select all of these fools. Get bang.
All of the gnomes.
Wait, where do you all go? Wait, forget where you're. Oh no, actually they go over here, and then they go down here.
Good.
So, yeah, with this lessened, group, Rort is going to come over.
Hello, Rort.
Torsk is going to come over. Paga is actually going to sit there, and Torsk is going to sit up here. And Arena comes and sits over here. So now we have kind of a smaller table of peeps. So, Arena speaks up and she says, I understood that from your story there were several details that you were elected to leave out. I gather then that the surface world is not as dainty as you would have us believe at first.
No, far from it.
I would rather not be caught by surprise. Tell us more, tell us more.
Right now, a lot of the surface is engaged in a very brutal war. And trust me, I'm not quite sure how it happened, as he looks at Ariale particularly. But he kind of like chuckles and goes, I kind of got caught up in the middle of it.
You
Like
got
quite
caught up
literally in the middle of it. Yes.
Leski says, have you done any fighting? Are you okay?
He kind of softly you know that smile of like, you know that smile that you give when someone asks a question and you're just like, oh, you sweet summer child.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea what he kind of smiles that soft nostalgic smile and he's like,
I've done more fighting than I ever thought I would. And I've seen a lot more than I ever would want to. And I am so glad none of it has come here.
Kaga says, that she says, then I gather it is better for us to stay underground than to venture into the surface world and risk getting dragged into this war.
Yes. Very much so, at least for now.
But naturally, I don't think you will stay here, will you?
He kind of looks at Kaga, and he goes, you know how I always had that thing about destinies and prophecies and fate? Well, let's just say a lot of that came up while I was up there. I don't think me being there was a coincidence.
Horsk lifts an eyebrow, and he says, we'll have to tell Zulsi about this later, that you would be most interested to hear about this fate and prophecy magic that you were studying come up while you were in the surface world. Meanwhile, Melv says,
I feel like I can hear you scrolling through your notes.
no, actually, you're hearing Silgar wander around on my desk.
Silver, even better.
He's looking for a place to lay down.
He's like, how can I interrupt my father in the most efficient way possible?
Exactly.
Yes.
Melv asks, you mentioned going to a city. Do you remember? Well,
I think I know why she's asking.
where was this city?
It is about a day and a half from here. It's called Spiretop.
If anyone would like to, give me a roll me an insight check.
Yes, I
Yes,
am.
yes,
I
yes,
am
yes,
inciting
yes,
the
yes,
fuck
yes.
out of
I'll
this
incite.
woman. Because I have a feeling.
Hey, no, sir.
Oh, okay.
Do not eat the paper.
It'd be bad.
Do not eat the tape or the paper.
I got a dirty 20.
I'm chronal
rolling
shifting on myself because I
very
want
well.
to actually be able to roll high for stuff like this.
No worries. You also have inspiration, keep that in mind, but yeah. Hey, no,
Yeah,
sir.
but chronal shift comes back easier than inspiration.
That is also true.
Kitty cat being stinky.
I got a 5.
Silgar.
I got an
Oh,
18.
Miles.
So we have 5, 18, dirty 20.
Yes.
Silgar! Stop it.
Kitty stinky.
Yeah, so she recognizes the name Spiretop, clearly.
Yeah, I thought so.
And she seems worried, actually.
Mm.
You see a worried expression cross her face for a moment. And she says, you said you got involved with a war? Who was fighting?
Bedlam is quickly keying on to the fact that she's recognizing these names. He's like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Uh-huh.
And he's looking at her and he says, Kinlon and Aldine.
I mean,
It's a resistance.
I'll just use your insight check from earlier. She clearly knows exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, she knows. Okay, so I'm picking up what we're putting down here. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I also in the know?
You are also in the know that she knows. You know that she knows, but she knows that you know that she knows. So, like, you know,
We all
there's
know that she knows, and she knows that we all know.
Except I don't know that she knows.
Well, except Miles.
She says, you can, I will say, even with your 5 bop, it's pretty easy to notice her barely
There's a
contained
conversation going on here,
anticipation.
Mm.
She, looks down at the baby in her arms for a second, cradling her, and then asks, tell me, more about this resistance.
Bedlam looks at the group, mainly at Ariale. He's not going to spill her tea because he doesn't really know how his family will take to the idea of nobility. But he does go like, well, from what I know, Aldine is not faring well under Kinlon's ruling. So they are fighting back. It's an attempt at freedom, to break themselves off from Kinlon. And it's not easy.
What did you just knock over?
What do you do?
Why did you knock
What do
over
you
the
do?
box of Kleenexes? Huh?
Because he can.
Do not eat the Xbox controller.
But that's the tastiest object.
Do
Papa.
not. Do
God,
not.
But he has to.
the Silgar cameo, I love it.
Do not eat electrical wiring.
Oh no, he's getting kicked out.
Yes, he is.
He getting kicked out.
Tell me.
Room privileges revoked. He was too naughty. Damn.
Okay.
He's been removed.
We're almost to a stopping point.
Okay.
We're almost to a stopping point. Okay. What was your question? I got
He
slightly
didn't
distracted.
It's okay. He didn't have a question. He answered what the resistance was.
Oh, okay.
To
Yeah.
move.
She kind of looks down at the baby. Right. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Kind of starts cradling her for a moment, seeming to think about how she wants to phrase her next question. And
Yeah,
as
considering-
she's
yeah.
doing a thinky thunk,
Yes.
like most of the other gnomes are also curious about why Melv seems so invested in this
Like
particular
Bedlam's.
line of questioning.
I feel like Bedlam has already figured it out, which to the rest of the gnomes would be astonishing. They'd be like, "Oh my God, Bedlam thinking?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Holy shit!"
Rena turns to you and says, I'm glad you've come back safely to us, but, tell me, has your magic improved in the time you've been away?
Quite a lot. Frankly, I'm not even quite sure how it has improved so much, but it has. You know how I could barely even cast a healing spell before I left.
Well, your magic ability improves with use, so if you've had a lot of cause to use your magic, which you say you got dragged into this war and lots of fighting, so I imagine you did, I'm curious to know how much you've improved.
Well, I think the thing I'm most proud of is, I believe I told you about in the city, the things that I read about them having another form that they could use, correct?
Yes, I remember.
I managed to figure it out.
Oh, you did?
He nods, big smile, very proud.
She's also quite proud. She's very surprised to learn that you managed to
Bedlam has
emulate...
figured out a lot.
Yeah, he has. She's very impressed that you managed to figure out how to emulate this ancient, ability of being able to change into this alternate form, right?
Yeah.
And she says, maybe you'll have to teach me a few of your magic tricks now, rather than the other way around.
I would love to. And, actually, that's part of why I came back. I think I did find some things about the city while I was on the surface. There's not a lot of information, but I did find this, and he pulls out that book that he has.
Yeah.
The one that had, like, all the... That was the only thing he found.
In
But
the
it had a
library, in the
lot.
palace library, but it had, like,
Yes.
the name,
It had a
and
lot.
it had a lot of information, yeah.
Yeah. He pulls it out and he goes, I found the name of the city, as well as some other interesting things, and because of some other things that happened, I think something really important is down there, not just for us, but for what me and my friends are going through for the war.
Aga instantly narrows her eyes at that.
Yeah, she's gonna be not happy about that, I figure.
Rort is also slightly,
Skeptical?
skeptical. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
Skeptical?
Kaga says, you know we've forbidden anyone from going down there. I don't want you risking the wrath of the Dark Hunter on our caverns up here. You were lucky before. With 5 now? I doubt you'll be so lucky again.
If what I think is going on down there is... It could be so important for what's going on above, and the things I've seen, they need to be stopped. This is very important.
Roll me a persuasion check. You have advantage because you are
Oh.
family,
That is true.
but also
My
This is a high DC.
Because my persuasion, shit.
I know.
That's 14 and 14. 14.
If you want to use an inspiration, you can.
I will. Knowing my luck, it's gonna be even shitter.
Or you can roll with it. That's actually a fairly decent roll, all things considered.
I'm gonna roll with it because even if he doesn't convince her, like, he has other things he can say. This is just the beginning of the conversation.
That is true. And other things have been yet to been weighed in and things like that, right?
Yeah, this is the beginning of the conversation, bro. There's a lot he has not unveiled, such as Hellfire go brr, and I am traumatized.
She says, I can't accept that you'd be willing to risk your entire clan for the sake of strangers, for something you don't even know that would actually help them.
It's not just that. It's for the clan for a multitude of reasons. It's what I have seen up there. If it continues, they will not just stop with Aldain. They will want to conquer everything that they can reach, and we are within that reach. They have all kinds of machines and they have built giant machines simply for the sake of killing. And I have seen them in action. If they can conquer the skies, I'm sure they can do it with the caverns as well.
You hear Melv whisper gunships.
Girl. She knows. She knows what's up. She knows what I'm talking about.
She does. She does, in fact.
Fascinating.
Rort speaks up, and he says,
Yes.
what makes you think that this force that you're battling won't stop where it is and will come west?
He again glances at Ariale because all he knows about this shit was from her fun, like, tutor lesson when she did the rundown.
Yeah, she just nods a little.
And he goes,
From what I've heard, this group is greedy. They want whatever they can have, and from what I've seen, that is very true. They stop at nothing to get what they want, and they've conquered other lands before. They will not stop at just Aldain. As far as I can tell, they want all that they can reach.
Miles is actually going to
go ahead, speak up.
finally speak up.
At any time, yeah, go ahead, help me out. My persuasion's bullshit. Go ahead.
If Kinlan's willing to take my lands as well, a barren wasteland of snow where your beards would freeze to your faces, they're definitely going to try and take as much as they can. You are not safe here just because you're underground.
And if I may add, they are still actively making plans against other nations.
Other
They have
nations?
Yes. There is another continent across the sea. They are still at war with Kinlan. And some within the Empire wish to lay siege. So they are very much an active conquering force. And I have little reason to believe that should a patrol happen across this cave, they would venture within. And I do not want to see what will become of your family. I have already experienced significant loss at their hands. I do not want to see anyone else experience it.
Mel speaks up, and she says, Does the resistance yet fight on?
Yes. I know titles of nobility and royalty probably matter little to you all, but the crown princess of Aldine still lives, and she is...
Mel seems surprised at that. The rest of them have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like, princess?
And to explain for the rest of you all, the kingdom of Aldine is a monarchy in which rulership of the kingdom, essentially being the one in charge, is passed from parent to child. And since the king and queen were killed 5 years ago, dash it all. They were my parents. I am one of the princesses.
Mel's eyes go wide with recognition, but she doesn't say anything.
I may not hold any leadership capacity, as that all falls to my sister, but I know that I do not want to see the Empire come to this cave. You have all been lovely people, and whatever we can do to protect this place, I believe in what Bedlam says as my friend, that something within Astrolith might hold answers to help us, if not any relics down there of the civilization that once was, that might
Roll
be able
me
to
a
help save you
persuasion
all.
check really quick.
Oh boy. That's a 15.
Torsk nods his head, and he says, I understand the danger of which you speak. As Skyrens, it is our duty to do whatever we must for the greater good. Every one of our family is raised accepting this truth. It is hard to... I believe it is hard for Elder Kaga here to rationalize putting our entire clan at risk for the potential of rescuing lives outside of the cave. Melv says, actually, no, she doesn't say anything.
Bedlam.
Yeah?
Okay, she doesn't say anything. Bedlam was gonna perk up and go like...
And like Ariale said, I did find that the city is named Astrolith, and something rather interesting is I found the name of the person who led it before it disappeared, I guess, and he was a Skiren. His name was Orion.
That piques the curiosity of Arena, Igon, and Roar. All three of them. Igon says, "Are you sure? A Skyrat?"
Bedlam nods and he'll take the book and he'll flip it open to where Orion is. And he'll point to it and he'll say, "It was a civilization of druids and he was the archdruid. He led it. He was definitely a Skyran, and more than that, I think there's a connection of some kind. My friend Agrir," he points to Agrir, "has some sort of a connection to him and recognizes the form that I take, says that it looks like him. And this is a bit much to explain, but when I check the crystal I got, the star map, and I look at, there's a constellation named Orion. It's named after him. There's something different about it, something wrong, and there's just too much here to ignore. And considering the connections and that the city is abandoned, I
Need
desperately
answers.
want to figure out, yes, what happened. I'm afraid it could happen again. There's so much to this that I feel not only ties directly to our clan, but could endanger it. I need to figure this out."
Barsan speaks up, and he says, "I know my vote may not count for much, considering I have no skill to offer the clan, but..."
My bestie.
He says, "I believe Bedlam is doing what he believes is right, and for the good of the most amount of people. Like we've all been taught. He's trying to save an entire people. That's crazy. That's crazy to me, and it would be short-sighted, I think, to not let him go down into the city. We can give him all the protection he needs, and to make sure he doesn't wake the Dark Hunter, but
And
we
Bedlam
need to
actually
know what's
perks
down
up.
there."
Bedlam actually perks up at that and he goes, and I have some spells that can help too, that will make us quieter. We've done it before, snuck into places we shouldn't have been. He kind of like looks at his friends giggling at that, like,
Oh, Lazy
got into
will
way too
flash
much
you a
shit.
thumbs up.
Ariala is kind of smiling a bit.
Kaga kind of shakes her head a little bit and is like,
She's
"Of
like,
course,
"Oh."
you ever were the same as always. Always getting into places you shouldn't be.
Bedlam's ears kind of like fold down a little bit at that, and you guys can tell that it's because, yeah, he used to get some scoldings as a kid for that shit.
I've come to accept
Even
it.
always a well-behaved one.
Kaga says, "I've come to accept it from you. It's to be expected. Understand that no one else has been down to that city since you left. I don't know what's down there. I don't know what's waiting for you down there. She says, I can accept that you're trying to work for the good of the many. So I will allow you to go down there on one condition.
Yes.
You have Igon forge you mufflers so that you do not wake the worm. And you go, you find the information you need, and you come right back. No side adventures, no getting distracted down there. I know exactly how you are like. You go, you find the information you need, and you come right back, and we risk as little as possible."
I'm only laughing because, yeah, he was a best. She's like,
That's
don't
happening.
start reading all kinds of bullshit and getting stuck down there for hours like you used to, you dumbass.
Exactly. That's exactly what she's saying.
Yeah, I fucking love it. It's literally his mom fucking be like, stop, don't be like I know you are.
She kind of
Bedlam.
has to say that though. Like,
I know, I love her for it. This is literally her mom being like, don't be stupid. Please. Bedlam smiles, he nods, and he goes,
My friends are very capable, and this time it's not just me. I have a lot more faith in my ability to find what I need quickly.
I hope for all our sakes that you do. And Arena speaks up, and she says, I wish I could go down with you. Studying the magic of an ancient city, it sounds like much too exciting an adventure for one of my age, but I still want to all the same. Have
Well,
enough
I
fun
can-
for the both of us.
oh. He smiles and he goes,
I can tell you everything I know.
Igon says, Bedlam, you know you'll be welcomed here to take your rests when you need to. I recommend getting a good night's rest before setting out, though.
he nods. And he's gonna look at his party, kind of give them like a look of like, you guys cool with taking a nap and then excavating?
Uh-huh.
Of course. Well,
Yes.
I won't be sleeping, but
Well, I know you.
I have problems sleeping.
So, Bedlam,
Yes.
you and Farsan can have your room.
Yes.
The rest of you, Igon will lead you. Igon and Torsk, actually, will kind of lead you in this direction.
Also, before Bedlam goes to bed, he does want to talk to Arena about the magic a bit, so he'll stay behind, but friends can go to
Okay.
their bedroom. I wonder where are they going to be put?
They
Because
are
I don't
going to
think
be
we have a
put
guest
up,
room.
up here. Madeline, Arielle, and Agrir. Y'all are going to be put way up here, actually. One second, let me cut some fog. Actually, let me cut a more significant amount of fog
Yeah.
so that you guys kind of understand what this place more or less looks like.
The caves.
Let me who. I believe you two would have gone to bed. As you're walking out, Zulsi, Gabrath, and Ivana walk out and kind of nod you as they are also heading towards the bed. But let me cut some of this fog so you guys can kind of... You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and reveal this because it's not... I was kind of keeping this all fogged up for suspense more. But now that we're here, it's kind of like, I'll just reveal it. 1 second.
Honestly, because I don't sleep, I was going to just wander
Fair enough.
anyway.
He was just going to pace the caves.
That's what I'm going to do.
All the gnomes just gonna be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you pacing? Go to sleep. Hi, Edith.
What's really funny is I actually ended up forgetting a gnome during the family meal, but it's fine.
What?
We'll say
You
we'll
forgot
say
a whole.
we'll say Pytra was busy with her
Oh, right.
alchemical supplies.
Right.
I never talked to Pytra.
Yeah, we never got to talk to Lamp Maker.
We'll be able to next session.
Lamp
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah,
She
we
was
can-
busy making lamps.
She was making more lamps.
Don't worry about it. She was busy making a
Lamp.
lamp.
Father, I crave the lamp.
Bedlam, when he wanted to eat the lamp rocks, be like,
Yeah, exactly. So
Father, I crave
here's how this place works. I'll go ahead and just kind of explain this to you a little bit. Each of these caves are connected. There's no doors, all right? Instead, to separate rooms, what they've done is they've driven rods into like across doorways or whatever, like across entrances, and there are curtains hanging from these rods to separate different rooms. So, for instance, Jinzo and Pytra's room has a rod right here that's drawn. This is actually Bedlam and Farsan's room that has a rod separating them if they so wish. This is actually the children's room down here. This is Mel's room, which I'm going to go ahead and pull her into here. Oh, hi. I meant to pull
Aaron
Mel.
went to bed alone.
Aaron went to bed alone, yeah.
Aaron just crawled her way to bed.
There we go. Cool. This is Mel's room. But yeah, that's kind of how this place works. You guys are being taken up. Nope, that's not what I wanted to
You
do.
guys get to sleep in the storage closet. Woo.
Actually, yes.
Oh my god. I kind of figured, because I don't think we have guest rooms, so enjoy the storage closet, guys.
Well,
Y'all
good
have enough
news, it's not
bedrolls?
going to be an uncomfortable sleep. But 1 second. I'm just unfogging a bunch of things.
My cat said mew. Are you being needy right now, kitty? I have a kitty cat armrest now.
Good, good.
Kitty.
And... shebang. So, this up here is some of the elders' room. This is where Rort hangs out, and I believe Kaga and Zulsi sleep in here. So Zulsi will be over here. Kaga will be over here. And you guys are being taken up into here, up into the storage room. And basically, Igon and Torsk go collect a bunch of blankets from these boxes and stuff, and bedrolls, and lay them out for you guys, so that you guys have like a comfortable place to sleep, up here in their storage area.
They made you a blanket fort.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy
Blanket fort.
the norm blanket fort.
By this point, these three have finished cleaning up after dinner, so they're gonna say goodnight. That's not the button I wanted to hit. Let me flip over to the DM side. Okay, come here. Gabranth, you're going over here. Good night, Gabranth. Ivana, you're coming over here. There's Mithra over here. Bagro and Kiana, which are twins. And then Arena and, well, Rort is going to hang over here. Laysky goes down over here. Falsan is going to come over here, go to bed over here. And yeah, so you guys kind of have your own room kind of set up over here, in the storage area.
Nice.
That is your
Cozy.
room, and Igon and Torsk will kind of lead you to it.
Cozy.
Torsk is going to come over here and go to bed over here, whereas Igon has his personal room with Gabrath way over here. There we go. Cool. All right.
Cozy sleep in the closet.
Everybody sleeping, and then you said you wanted to stay up with Arena, right?
Just a little bit. I want to show her some magic and talk about it, because she was interested, and Bedlam is like, yay, get to talk about hyperfixation with someone who's interested.
Yeah, exactly. She is very interested in your new magic.
He's so excited.
Because understand, she's not very practiced with her own magic.
I know, that's why he's excited, because he's like, I used to look up to you and your magic, and now I get to tell you the cool magic I learned.
Yeah, exactly. You learned how to call freaking lightning bolts, that's freaking cool.
I know, and I was doing it for funsies on scorpions in the desert. I was like, fuck
and
this.
Vena are just gonna find some charged scorpion from lightning bolts and just be like, fall.
Genuinely? And it's like, oh yeah, sorry, that was me. Ooh.
That was me. Woo. Anyway, this is a great point to pause. As we are all laying down for a long rest.
I do want it to be known that as soon as Ariale, Agrier, and Madeline are conked out, either in trance or Sentinel's watch or sleeping, whatever, Miles would, whenever that is, make his way over to where the fireplace is and just kind of vibe there for the night.
No.
Okay, sure.
He feels safe enough to let his guard down.
Fair
Aw,
enough.
That's an honor. I'm happy you feel safe in Gnome Cave.
Fair enough.
Is cozy.
You can go chill by the campfire here, the fireplace.
Exactly. He's just
alright.
gonna sit there and read his book
I
for the
wanted
night.
to do a thing, but if it's a stopping point, we can like stop.
What are you wanting to do?
I actually wanted Ariella to cast Sending to Melv,
Okay.
and this is my first time actually casting Sending, so let's hope I do it properly.
25 words.
I know.
Trust me. Me and Madeline started working out text language to
But yeah, she's gonna cast Sending to Melv.
Mylon.
Uh-huh.
This is Ayale. I am sorry if I brought up bad memories today. If you want your past to remain secret, I will respect that. And that's exactly 25 words.
The response back is, please tell me you have news of one of the leaders of what? Please tell me you have news of one of the resistance leaders, Turin Arentil.
Bro.
And the way that comes up in the sending, like the way that response goes, she sounds almost a little like panicked, but trying to keep calm, but like she's very, 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 very worried about Thunderblade.
Oh my god.
Why do I feel like that's her baby daddy,
I feel
bro?
like
that's what I was thinking.
I feel like that's a great cliffhanger to leave off on.
That's her baby daddy, bro. Girl, your baby daddy.
I mean, I had another Sending I could burn to give her an update on where he is, but if you want a cliffhanger, we can cliffhanger.
We can do that next session, because also I have to use the
Okay.
restroom.
I was also
Okay,
gonna say I'd like to do the talking about the magic next session. Like, I actually want him to talk about it. 'Cause,
Oh, for
like,
sure.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
yeah.
But we can do that next session.
Next session, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I can go pull,
Because I want him to be able to show off his star form, be like, look,
yeah,
I'm
totally.
glowy.
I can go pull, alright, for sure. Anywho, thank you guys for joining session tonight. I realize we went long,
That's okay.
but I hope it was fun for all. I got to mob Bedlam with family members, so a fun time was had by all.
So happy you know.
I'm pooped. Yes, I should be. Good lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis.
At this time of year, at this time of day, located entirely in the Skiren Caverns.
Yes.
May
May I see
Anyway.
it?
No.
Nope.
I am going to go ahead and say goodnight, everybody. I'm gonna go look for someone to raid.
Seymour, the caves are on fire.
Oh no! Not the game!
Not the caves.
Not the game. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm very excited to go into Astrolith, but I'm also so desperately afraid of invoking Worm Wrath and hurting family. So Bedlam's gonna be very careful, and you all better be too, or you will invoke Bedlam Wrath.
Yep. Alright. So we're actually gonna go raid Void. Because he's playing
Or-
Apex Legends.
Or we all just kill the worm. Although I don't know how tough the worm is.
Dog. You know what? Please. It would make my day.
Okay, so that means we don't kill the worm. Because we will die. So that means do not kill.
Try.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming to session. I hope you guys had a blast, and I will see you guys all next time. But I don't know exactly when next time will be. We will have to hash that out over the next coming few weeks because some stuff has happened, obviously. So,
Yeah.
but shouldn't be that big of a deal. We can hash that out whenever. So
Yeah.
I will send out pings and stuff like that. But anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you for coming along.
Bye-bye.
Bye.